Meh. Okay, I think we're live. Oof, I think I hit something there. Oh. Hello. Just need to wait a moment for everything to start booting up. Which should be relatively quick, because I've only got 2 things that need to load. Oh, I do, however, need to pop out the chat. Do that. I think I'll put it this side this time. But hello everyone, we're back with some more Walk in the Dust, hopefully the last of it. I think there's only 8 stages, so should be fine. Mom! Mom! The strange cat boy is back! Hello Knight, how you doing? Put the volume down on my headset. Has the dusty walk with the old world been fun? It's actually been quite an interesting story so far, not gonna lie. I've been really liking it. Oh, well, it's part 3. I think the thumbnail's part 3. Okay, that should all be fine. I'm pretty much fine now. I've got a little bit of a cough, but that's more so just a dry throat. Watch WD8 take 3 hours for the combat. Hello, Zek. I don't think it'll be too bad. I have been warned about it. I've been warned that it's a bit of a tanky boss and one of those sorts of things. It might take a while. But I've sort of... That's pretty much what I've... that's the extent of my knowledge with it, so we'll see how it goes. Just waiting for Discord to get off its arse and actually say that I'm live. Infamous fart boss. Even though it's like an incredibly juvenile name for it, or it's something with an AoE. Or maybe something like Tallulah with the burst, you know, like targeting someone. Come on, Discord. Okay, there he is, Discord. Okay, everything is now set up, so I might as well get right into it, I guess. Don't think there's anything else I need to do. No, okay. So, WD6, a city full of hope, an oasis that rises in response. Clear, flowing water and adamant mountains surrounding Pardisha. Amidst raucous cries and choking smoke, the dream shall come to its end. Is that referring to that place that they were referring to last time? Like the old city that used to be there? Again, it's just a hangar. I don't mind this. Two checkpoints, Gavial one side, Lapland plus Defender the other side, Healer going that way, and Shooter going up that way. That should be it. Also, I've finally been working on Gummy. I haven't quite got Cicero's module yet. For some reason, I'm still not 100% with Trust yet, despite how often I use her. I'm not sure Sayleech would be particularly good for this. I might have to swap out for another Vanguard to get the DP faster. Well, not to get the DP faster, she's definitely better with that, but more so have people down first. Although I could use Milan. But I'll see how it goes. I'll try with what I've got at the moment. Oh, we're going right into it. Okay. $20.
Got it.
Oh God. Okay, which way are you gonna go?
Ready to heal.
Both, okay. I think I can manage this.
The rest is up to you guys.
Solid positioning.
That might not be the best. I don't really have any fast redeploys at the moment. That may be... I don't like the look of you.
I'll do my best. What are your orders?
Ow, come on, I pressed that. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Can you do it?
Doctor, leave the big face me!
Is that gonna work? Yes, it does. Damn it. That is... oh, that is not gonna be good. I can do that.
Got it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that is most unfortunate.
Roger.
I'll charge the weak spot! Kick ass! Can you do it?
That's unfortunate.
It's safe here.
Show me what you got there.
Do that.
Understood.
Oh, wow, my healers are gone. That's not going to be enough distance.
Understood.
Come on, get rid of the last guy.
Whatever you say.
That should not have worked. That is probably by far the dumbest thing I've ever done.
We may have achieved a perfect victory, but we still can't let our guard down.
That was by far the dumbest thing I've ever done. That did not deserve to win. It started off well and then it went so wrong when I couldn't keep up with things, and then it somehow worked. I feel like every single person there broke their back just to carry me to victory there. You can see the enemies thinking, how the fuck did we lose that? Okay, that was interesting. The destitute and homeless are entrusted to the estate of the missing magnate. The mercenary assassin glares beneath the moonlight. At dawn, old Isin looks up to the stars. The chilly morning wind blows, and he still misses his terrible home. Not overly fond of this, but oh, hello Christmas. I watched all the VODs on 2x speed to catch up. I'm doing okay. I just did one of the most scuffed victories ever. That it shouldn't have worked, but somehow they managed to keep all the enemies at bay. Comes up, you have a plan about those bazooka boys, right, Doc? Right? Half the time I sort of forgot they were there, like they shot and then started speeding. And yeah, then I obviously lost a whole bunch of people, but I feel like the drones did more damage there, unless I'm not paying attention, I don't know. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Not as nice. 2 areas, one part of it can't be used, so it has to be here. I could use Gavial front, Lapland defender left. I might use another.
Great. I'm good at supporting assaults.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's go with that. And I could put... So I have them there, and I'll just put Sayleech somewhere. Unless they end up coming around with bazookas, that would be a bit unfortunate. Using Sayleech as a flag bearer now? Yeah, I've sort of been leveling her up. And at the moment, she's a slightly higher level than Myrtle, so might as well. I also haven't used her that much, so I kind of want to get used to it. Okay, this one does have a cutscene. 22 years ago. 8:05 PM, cloudy. Central Sargon, Ibut region. Town of Reef Steep. Surroundings. An abandoned courtyard. Is this where you live? A few years ago, a merchant built the magnificent courtyard before you, but he disappeared without a trace during a business trip. To this day, no one knows whether he met his fate in a natural catastrophe or man-made tragedy. But whichever the case, this courtyard has become a place of refuge for those of us with nowhere to go. Old Isin brought 2 new faces with him. She doesn't seem all that poor, going by her looks. We need to be careful. Let's head back inside. We shouldn't pry on Old Isin's secrets. Cough drop's not helping? Not really. The problem is, like, I'm fairly certain it's psychological. I get this every time I have something that gives me a cough. I then have a cough for ages. I don't think it's actually, like, a thing. I think it's just probably in my head, but it happens every time. Yeah, he does look like Palpatine, not gonna lie. What's this courtyard? Oh, sorry, that's, yeah. What's this courtyard called? The Sleeping Sargon. That's what all those without a home have come to call this place. Just like our fallen homeland, my lady. We sleep on the most extravagant corpses you can find in the whole world. Corpse, rather, not corpses. Please. Ooh. Ah, got saliva down my throat. Please stay the night and wait until sunrise. Only then can we leave for the heart of the reef steep. The land encircled by reefs. Oh, sorry, that was her now talking. I feel like I that just came after that one, so why did you need to say that? He said reef steep. You didn't need to add on to that, I guess, but oh well. Precisely. Right in the center of the Sea of Sands. The Padisha and Lord Emir chose to rebuild their city somewhere with far richer resources, leaving it a forgotten ruin, a land of lawlessness. Be that as it may, to those who once lived in that city, as well as their descendants, leaving that place behind is easier said than done. You can hire underground messengers to do your bidding there. They will create fake identities for you and help you leave Sargon territory. However, your destination is quite some distance away. Old Isin cannot guarantee you will arrive in one piece. How is Elliot doing? He is asleep, but it is safe here. You care for him more than old Isin imagined you would. It is proof of your kindness. He's not going to be happy if he catches you say that. Oh, old Isin can see it, the anger lurking in him. I thought you'd met plenty of people like him. Civil unrests and skirmishes happen often in Sargon after all. The world may think there are many brave men with a lust for revenge, but there isn't. Most merely drown in their hatred, their rationality quashed by their anger. I can save him this once, and only this once. Yes, old Ishin understands. His fate lies elsewhere, and his fate is bound to that gold coin of yours. Why 22 years? Arts cannot give us so-called prophecies, and no mere mortal can manipulate time. Time is the mother of all fates. Old Isin likes to do... Oh, all old Isin likes to do is to wager against time. So you mean... What's wrong? What is it, Ziggy? Boy trapped in a well? So. Ah, what a beautiful creature. Old Isin can tell the two of you depend on one another. Old Isin can tell it is your partner. The two of you have travelled a long, long journey together. Let's go, monster. Let's go see them. Oh, you communicate. Your hearts are connected. Old Isin can feel that. You have complete trust in this creature, as though it is your one and only friend. Yet, you travelled on your long, arduous journey with no one but this beautiful creature. Lady, is this glory of yours replete? I don't know. With nothing but loneliness? Loneliness doesn't respect my responsibilities in any way. It seems we've got company. I'll go take care of them. Please, stay here. Take care of Elliot. I'm not entirely sure if entrusting the teenager with what basically looks like Palpatine is the smartest idea. I mean, we've all seen Star Wars. It didn't exactly end well. He even does a smile as well. Like, there's nothing not sinister about the way he smirks under the robe. Of course, old Isin has ways to hide. After all, old Isin has been hiding for far too long. Oh, see, now I thought that was going to be the fight. I thought that was going to be the stage. I mean, she literally just left to deal with people coming, so I assumed that was going to be the thing. What do you mean it didn't end well? The guy became a high-ranking general. Yes, of space Nazis. When I say it didn't end well, I mean it didn't end well for everyone else. It went swimmingly for Palpatine and Vader up until the point where it didn't. Where's Kalt'tsit? Enemies are abound. She is fending them off with her trusted partner. You mean that weird creature? Why are you looking into the distance like that? Are you worried about her? No, old Isin is not worried. She has a tenacious spirit. Old Isin thinks not even death can stop her in her tracks. That's why old Isin respects her. Old Isin has a question for her. Why must old Isin talk like Paimon? What do you want to ask her? For the past 100 and some years, old Isin has had the same dream again and again. In those dreams, there stands a magnificent city upon the golden sands. The city moves, and the sky seen from its tower is purer and clearer than ever. The young Pasha stands next to old Ithin, and there is always a vast empty swath of land before our eyes. The young Padisha would always begin to recount to old Ithin. Yet old Ithin is too old. Old Ithin forgets. Old Ithin's crimes are unforgivable. He's talking to himself again. What do you mean? You just asked him. Then, old Ithin has always sought this answer. Old Ithin has never been waiting for someone who knows the city and its glory. Has been. I don't know why I said never. I don't know. All those who had to do with the city yet live in the dream. Some have forgotten, but a great many of us still look back fondly on our homeland. So I'm assuming Kalt'tsit was there when that city existed. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city with our own hands under the Padisha's leadership. A great city. Even if catastrophes bring it to its ruins, that city is the true beginning of the land of Reef Steep. The Sargonians of Ibut must never forget anything about Reef Steep, yet old Ishin has forgotten. Old Ishin is unforgivable. You've been waiting for someone to tell you what you've forgotten in your dreams. The old fortune teller turns around, his smile ever rotten. His facial features are strange, and his bare fingers certainly do not resemble his actual age. It is Palpatine! Old Ithin smiles happily. Nah, sarcasm. You're the leader of those squads. I remember you. How did you find us, Colombian? Sarcasm. I am not from Colombia. Random tribal sounds. What's going on? Are you trying to control my mind? She can do that. I'm now even more scared of her. Fire! Stop her arts! More witch doctor sounds. What? Not even the highest grade arrows could harm that monster? Kalt'tsit starts speaking in Mongolian throat singing. But we don't have enough info to work with. He seems to be a caster. Be careful. Sarkaz, the Lord Emir of Ibut hired you, didn't he? You think I'm about to tell you? No. The Ibuti Lord Emir has a deep personal grudge against Victoria. I only got a brief glimpse, so it's possible I'm mistaken. But the arrows just now were indeed Victorian. Oh. So I'm guessing he probably wouldn't have hired. Looks like your real employer, the current Padisha, Murad, is far more crafty than I expected. A patient ruler, fanning the flames between different forces without a care in the world. Perhaps he had anticipated the plans of the Colombians and the local lords of Emir all along. I keep wanting to read that as Lords of Emir, but... Witch Doctor sounds great now. I can't stop thinking about Cal going ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bing bang ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang. Oh god. I can't stop thinking about that now. That wasn't even what I was planning on. You know about the Pardisha, and still you dare to come to Sargon? I'll never know what's going on in you Colombians' heads. What? You got Originium in your brain? Pardisha Murad wants just the box and nothing else. Give it to us, and all of us get to leave this place alive. You haven't destroyed it, have you? Only because it isn't mine. You're a stubborn one. The Abuti Lord Amir's self-righteousness earned him the Pardisha's anger. I have no idea who hired those Colombian mercenaries, but I can at least tell you they won't be putting up a fight anymore. This pointless war is coming to an end soon. Pardisha Murad gave us the authority to bring all of this to an end. Now, if that were the case, why wouldn't a mighty Sargon Pardisha hire mercenaries to do his bidding here, instead of sending his personal guards? This has got way too much to do with Colombia, after all, but none of that matters. Oh, to you right now, to you and me right now. You've got a decision to make here, Operations Advisor. All you gotta know is that there's no one coming to save you in this desert. Watch out for that creature. No idea what it actually is, but it's gonna be tricky to take down. Just continues on. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing. You! No, it can't be. This isn't just normal arts. Devil speak? You're a Colombian. How? You know it's sad when even the Sarkaz are using their slurs for their own terminology. Enough! Talk to us in Victorian or Sargonian, or else we'll shoot. Are you from Kazdel? Kazdel? Just a bedtime story for kids. I have no idea what you have to do with Sarkaz, but this doesn't change anything about the situation we're in. What do you mean just a bedtime story? It seems like a pretty massive country, and I'm fairly certain it's probably still in its civil war even at this point in time. Be quick with it and hand over the box. All the Pardisha wants is the tech. This will set off the beginning of Sargon's destruction. Pardisha Murad is not a scientist. He doesn't understand the devastation it can cause. Apparently neither did anyone in the real world. He doesn't need to understand, nor do we. Is Sargon your homeland, Sarkaz? I've lived in Sargon for as long as I can remember. We snuck around in the back alleys and hid our horns. And we lived in the filthiest of places. Picking up arms is the only way we get to eat. It's simple. All of us are practically natural-born infected. It's do or die, and that's what drives us. So what are you saying? Only Sarkaz with a firm will can escape the ancient language's influence. The language itself is a kind of Sarkaz witchery. What's the source of your conviction? Your mission or your greed? Well, I gotta admit, your mind trick might actually have worked. I still haven't ordered anyone to open fire. I'm still chit-chatting with you, with all the patience in the world, even. Well, it is quite self-aware. I guess it probably did work. All I can see before me is a Sarkaz trying his best to survive, using the simplest method he knows. Enough of this crap. I thought you were a Colombian mercenary leader. Stop pussyfooting around. Pardisha Murad won't allow any Sarkaz to know his dirtiest secrets. You fought off all the other squads vying for his trophy. Don't you suppose the Lord Emir's men were not among them, masquerading as mercenaries? And between the exorbitant amounts in taxes and the lives of a few Sarkaz assassins, what do you think Pardisha Murad's choice will be? Of course we're aware of that. But if we let you go now, does that mean we'll be raking in even more dough? Or our oropathy will be cured right away? Don't get the wrong idea. We live at the Pardisha's mercy. We don't have a choice. That seems to be the running theme for all Sarkaz mercenaries. Perhaps I can give you the choice. What is that sound out there? You want to turn us against him? And you want us to serve Kazdil? A place we haven't so much as seen? Don't make me laugh, Caster. The Sarkaz homeland. There's nothing there but a bunch of ruins. You bookworm types should know better than any of us just how much is left of Kazdil. Get the casters ready. Focus your fire on that monster. You two, we'll take the bitch down the first opportunity we got. Too bad. Looks like negotiations not on the table anymore. Wow, negotiations were short. This isn't even a negotiation. What is this even? Mercy? You're the one who's surrounded right now. Yeah, you're right. You know how to strike fear. But if we don't give the Pardisha an answer he's satisfied with by tomorrow, we aren't going to escape death either. Just like I told you, we don't have a choice. Open fire! What's behind that smoke? Is that the monster? Not even a scratch? You... Kazdil caster, what are you? You didn't have to be someone else's tool. I want to live. Besides, this is how it's always been. A Sarkaz has no right to dream about the future. Draw your blades. Attack! Okay, which way are they coming from?
皆さん、感染源と思われるものには絶対に触らないようにしてくださいね。
Doge.
Solid positioning.
Oh, I could just do
I'll
this.
do my best.
Oh, I should have brought a...
Please give me instructions.
I should have brought a quick redeploy. I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't.
Got it. 怪我人はいない？私ならここに。
Ah, okay,
Don't worry.
fine.
My poison is not contagious. My toxins will slowly burn your life away. My toxins will slowly burn your life away.
Doctor, leave the big guys relax. It'll be over in an instant.
Oh, that's 2 of them. Fuck that.
戦場は騒がしいから、父はもっと大きい声でお願い。ついてきて。I'm right here.
No, not that one.
My toxins will slowly burn your life away.
Gimme, 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 gimme.
It's safe here.
Oh. Damn it! One still went. Oh, that's unfortunate.
私の出番？
Just try me.
Yeah, fine.
ロックンロール。
Nah, no, not gonna bother with that one.
Doesn't matter to me.
Oh, what are you? Fuck that.
クムがみんなを守る。私ならここにクムの特製料理だよ。
Um.
I'll do my best.
I'll charge the weak spot. Ha! Kick ass.
痛かったら声を上げてもいいよ。我慢しないで。
Don't worry. My poison is not.
みんなお腹すいた？
Okay, easy enough. If only you kept your ammo, yeah.
みんなお腹すいた？
I should have had a second medic down a lot sooner and done a bit better. I should have had a quick redeploy to keep doing those guys, but oh well. Yeah, modern day. 4:14 PM, clear. Central Sargon, Ibut region, war zone. I find myself looking back on those events often. During my most difficult times. Hello Azur, how you doing? Whenever I grow tired of striking the iron, whenever I am unsatisfied with inferior materials that result in products less than satisfactory, the events I witnessed that day immediately come to my mind. Or come to mind. So, you took care of all those mercenaries by yourself? No, he planted those weapons beforehand, and they self-destructed. I'm surprised you could bring yourself to actually do it. Didn't you make all those things yourself? What kind of craftsman has lingering affection for their creations? The reason we pour our emotions into our work is to create an even more refined product, not to be tied down by our feelings. So you had it all figured out beforehand, eh? I eliminated all the factors unbeneficial to us. What is wrong about that? Wait, that sounds like another thing that happened before. I know of like the fake guns that failed to the people that were using it. That was in Siracusa, wasn't it? Ugh, this burnt smell stinks. Don't tell me Rhode Island claims to be pacifist. Though I can certainly tell you two are not. So, what did you see that day again? Has either of you been personally seen her in combat? It is as though she had a bird's eye view from up in the sky. Everything was under her control. We're close. Very close. Sarkaz. Devils. She won. She won indeed. Odysseus knew this is exactly how it would turn out. Ahem. Do you have to follow me around? Of course. Lady Alcid. Lady Kalt'tsit asked Odysseus to. Until the moment she steps out of Sargon, her wish is Odysseus' command. Is that her over there? On the other side of the hills, the smell of originium gunpowder and blood yet lingers in the sandstorm. A phenomenon that has become all but natural to Elliot. A gust of wind blows past, carrying away with it the dust. Under the clear sun, the strange creature's large stature appears as though it is distorting even the sunlight. There, Kalt'tsit stands solemnly. She is as calm and quiet as one can be. You could have become a warrior, nameless mercenary. A Sarkaz warrior. My death is for a greater purpose, caster. Not going to finish me? Let's see. This monster. I'm more than ready to die. Are a few extra scratches that much to ask for? And is dead. Enough, monster. He's a dead man with those injuries. Looks like we saved the Padisha some trouble. Sarkaz, what's your name? Which one? Tell me, caster. The Kazdel you were talking about. How does it look now? Terrible still. But the Sarkaz are rebuilding their homes. Home? How could us devils, us infected, possibly have one? I've never left Sargon. The Sarkaz have tried to rebuild Kazdel, their home for centuries, though they have never succeeded. Everyone has a different idea as to what the term homeland means. But as it stands right now, Kazdel is perhaps as close as you can get to the term's original meaning. The T-Kaz deserve a home. That does have a nice ring to it. Poor devil. Poor devil. He is gone, no longer with us. You two shouldn't have come. You made quite a ruckus here. Old Ishin thinks this place could have some cleaning to avoid catching anyone's attention. You took them all. You took all of them down by yourself? It's just like, hey, what about me? Okay. You two took down a whole mercenary squad? How many of them were there? It was no easy task. I would have been in quite a tight spot if they weren't as afraid of monster as they were. Let's pick up the pace. We've already found ourselves in 7 skirmishes since we left Redhorn, not Redborn. And now we have an entire Sarkaz mercenary squad. We'll likely face the Lord Emir's guards next, or the Padisha's elite troops. No matter the case, the more we run, the more fierce our enemies become. Odysseus gets the impression that you didn't want to kill them. You're not wrong. You seem to have special feelings for Sarkaz. You didn't have to word it like that. Oh, pardon, Oldisin. Oldisin should not have asked. The sun is setting soon, Lady Kalt'tsit. We must bury these bodies right away. It looks like this sand buggy will save us quite a bit. We need to be quick. Can knowledge be a means to buy over a person's heart? Elliot has never so much as thought about that. He used to be naive, but he was also gifted precisely because of this. Of course, he cannot understand why Oldisin would follow everything else it says after that exchange of theirs. It is as though he lives in a distant past. He merely gazes at the far end of Sargon's golden sands, waiting for someone to come give him the answer he has always sought. Hello, cat. How you doing? Is knowing what the answer is all that he ever wanted? This is the entrance to the old market. This is the Reef Steep town. How are you doing? I'm doing good, just chilling. Yet another Sargon town. Well, you are in Sargon. Oh god, Palpatine again? Yes. Oldisin knows where the entrance is. The old market is no secret. Anyone has the right to look for that which they want here. Come with Oldisin. Oldisin? I thought you died in the Golden Sands. Oldisin is fortunate to survive. Are those two behind you Colombians? Colombians on the run? That box they have got to be worth some money then. Concerned Faith. Oh, relax. Why so tense? I'll give you 400 gold coins for that box. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Ah, that's too bad. No worries. I'm sure we'll have more chances to do business with each other. Isn't that right, Oldisin? Please, don't let it get to you, lady. This happens often here. She isn't actually that curious about the box. If she actually had her mind set on it, we wouldn't be getting much sleep in the future. She opened at 400 coins? I have no clue whether that's high or low. This is Reef Steep Black Market, the vibrant heart of Ibut. How long are we staying here? This will be a long journey. It will take Oldisin time to prepare. Perhaps 2 weeks. Isin, I'm counting on you. What is this for? Gold coins? Oldisin needs no money at all. Our enemies are still coming after us. We need to get the preparations done as soon as possible. Oldisin understands, but please, keep your coins. Oldisin is in no place to take them, and Oldisin still has much to ask you. Very well, I understand. Feel free to ask me any time, even now. Thank you. Oldisin is far too old. Oldisin has forgotten. Most of those who remember what I wish to know have come and gone. That is why Oldisin is looking for clues. Lady, you are young. Normally, Oldisin would not hold out hope for those of your age. But you know of that city. The secrets that disappeared in those great winds long ago. Why is Kalt'tsit thick in that skin? She definitely does have the hips and thighs. What do you want to remember, old Savra? Have you used that name before, or did you just drop the name to flex? Odyssin once served as Padisha. Once served a Padisha, not as a Padisha. That would be even that'd be even more tragic. The Padisha of the land of Reefsteep. The Padisha saw Odyssin as a friend, and would even die for Odyssin. An honor Odyssin could never fully repay. Well, it's hard to repay someone who's dead. Yet, it has been far too long. Odyssin has forgotten the words of the Padisha. Samurai snake. Oh, yeah! Okay, yeah. Never mind. I somehow read that as the name. Before Odyssin dies, Odyssin must remember his words. The disaster that destroyed the city left you directionless. It has been too long, lady. You remember even that catastrophe. The Padisha who ruled Reefsteep doesn't show up in history books much, but at the very least, the written accounts and folklores do not mention a Savra fortune teller. It will probably take some time if you want to figure out who you are. Oh, that's fine. Even if you must leave this place behind, and there is still a long wait ahead, Odyssin will patiently wait your return. Odyssin dares not die. Odyssin only asks you to remember this. I promise you. Please, come with Odyssin. Odyssin has a home here. An old dwelling. How many homes do you have? I'm fairly certain the other place was a home as well. Savra and Pythia are snake races. Weird, there's two snake races. Well, there's a couple of races have a number of other races within the same thing, right? Or maybe not, I don't know. Yeah. Isn't this just a normal... Wait, what's this? Pure gold? You buried a whole mountain of pure gold here? Well, these are Odyssin's riches, but Odyssin has no way to spend them. Now, Odyssin is glad to finally give them purpose. That's no small sum you have. Has no one gone after your riches before? Odyssin was the Padisha's favourite courtier. Even if Odyssin had not a bean to his name, Odyssin will always be protected. Odyssin will get started with the preparations now. What do you want to know? Far too much, my lady. But you possess all the answers. Feels pretty empty here. A black market always starts out as a normal underground bazaar. It's a fairly common sight for areas barraged by catastrophes. When nightfall comes, the lights are moved underground. I guess to make it so that the town is invisible, you wouldn't be able to see it in the dark unless there's a full moon. Something on your mind? I've been on the run with you for a while now, but you're still keeping me in the dark for a lot of things. Like that old Savra with amnesia. Long ago, there used to be a city here. The only nomadic city in Ibut's vast territory. The building of a city is a miracle in itself, but before the Reefsteep Padisha, no one had managed to unite all of Ibut. And the symbol of that unity? The city among the golden sands. That was what inspired everyone to unite under his rule. That era was not that long ago, and I believe there is still a fair amount of people out there wallowing in their homeland's former glory. So, are these people Iberia before Iberia was cool? Looks like we got multiple people wallowing in their old golden age. Unfortunately, it was not meant to last. The city met its fate during a catastrophe. Supposedly, after the Padishah had evacuated all his citizens and workers, he simply lamented and lashed out at the gathering storm. Lash out at the catastrophe? Well, that's how it was recorded in history, at least. But it most likely actually happened. The catastrophe laid waste to the Padishah's grand achievement in a brief moment. In just one night, all its citizens became refugees. This is very Durin. Not Durin as in the race in Arknights, but Durin as in The Hobbit. They very well could have built a new home together, but with the destruction of the city, everything was left behind in that sandstorm, forgotten. Old Isin was among them. The Lords Emir and their new Padishah didn't want to spend a huge sum of money to rebuild the city. Thanks to that, their descendants likely had no idea where to begin to rebuild their homeland. This fills them with grief, and this is also why they give all those who still respect the land of Reefsteep the same amount of respect. So, is that why they're helping us? Because it's like helping out their countrymen. From the looks of it, we'll get to leave Sargon soon, right? If everything goes well, we should be leaving Sargon territory within the month. And we're going to Ursus? Oh god, no. God, no. That's right. Oh god, no. Why take him to Ursus? That's no place for a kid. Why? Exactly. I don't get it. Did you really abandon everything you had in Columbia and came to Sargon just to keep our research from becoming the powder keg that sparks war? Ursus is no place for anybody. Exactly! None of you could have possibly foreseen what the chain of events would eventually lead to. Also, y'all are going to Ursus, but wouldn't Ursus be going into a civil war relatively soon? Because the Victoria event happens after this, if I remember correctly. And you can. Wait, did I... None of you could possibly foresee the chain of events that... chain of events would eventually lead to. Okay, I think I might have misread that. Or not misread it, but as in skipped it. If you really want me to give you an answer, I'll say yes. It'd be so much easier for you if you killed me and destroyed the box now. But here you are, letting me hold on to it. Do you want me to do that? No. At first, I was really bothered that I was the only survivor, but I don't feel that way anymore. Kalt'tsit, if I give you this box now, will you do something for me? For us? You know the you know the Abuti Lord Emir was dragged into this mess. From Sargon to Columbia, the accomplices of this conspiracy are everywhere. But I still want them to pay the price. See, this box, it's my one and only trump card. But once it's destroyed, you'll have nothing. Nothing? Actually, Kalt'tsit, ever since the beginning, I've always felt I didn't need this box. I remember all the details, and I can replicate our past results. Oh, do you have like photographic memory? That would definitely work. Of course, it'll take a long time. 22 years, perhaps? And there's probably going to be lots of difficult issues, but I think I can do it. If just, like you said, there's some kind of way to turn this Reginium energy source into a weapon. This is the first time you're looking at me in the eyes, Kalt'tsit. The first time you aren't treating me as a kid or someone to be protected, but as a scientist, a Colombian. Perhaps I've been underestimating you because of your age, Elliot. Relax. I won't let these bad guys use the professor's research as they please. I won't. But I will use it to finish one last thing. You don't understand how Professor Thorne's research came to be. I heard him say before that the basis of the technology came from a set of ancient ruins that archaeologists found in Sarkaz. And it could provide nomadic cities an entirely new and convenient energy source. I'll say it again. If misused, it could easily bury half of Sargon under its golden sands. Well, you were the head of mercenaries to begin with. You probably have a few other tricks up your sleeve just to be safe, don't you, advisor? Such as taking me out right now, the way you people like to take care of things. Not now, monster. Don't look too excited. Go back inside. Enough with the tough act, Elliot. With the way you are now, you can't make a sensible decision. You should really think about what it is you want to do carefully. Thank you. Thank you. This is all that old Isin wants. You're going so far away? Old Isin won't be going. Old Isin will go nowhere. Alright, you're cool. You got the cash and I got the goods. It's as simple as that. Do you need help packing? No, no need. We must keep my lady's whereabouts a secret. Isin. Ah, my lady. The preparations are almost complete. We have medicine, food, water, and a small amount of refined Reginium ingots. This car here is stolen, and it's already been modified about 4 or 5 times by the Fiverr. It's kind of beat up, but that's the only downside to it. It's got everything you want in a car. Even got a multi-grenade launcher. Well, that is definitely something you'd want in a car. Hello, Merwind. How you doing? I heard you guys are going north. Where to? Sammy, perhaps? Whoa. Will you guys actually make it that far? As for your compensation... All pure god? Not pure god. All pure gold? I ain't giving change, you know. That's a pain in the butt. Just like how we were treated in the old days. Old Isin is never stingy when it comes to compensation. Well, thanks. But it immediately leaves. Let's call it a day here, Isin. Very well, my lady. If all goes well, you will be departing on your journey within the next 3 days. Lifanian arts units parts are nice and all, but they're such a hassle to use. And they are usually pretty rough. The Colombians make much better stuff. That would annoy the Lifanians to hear. Considering how much they love their art. They'll just be told, the Colombians make it better than you do. I've got some new wares here. Originium weapons, straight from Minos. Once you place the order, you gotta buy it. What about it you don't understand? Okay, this is still a bunch of different people. How lively. Old Isin doesn't hate this place at all. Either that's just a roundabout way of saying you like the place, or you're being sarcastic. If you have wealth and status here, why roam the streets elsewhere in Ubud? Old Isin wants to help Sargonians. Is this ideal helped Odysseus move forward and helped support his many lifetimes. Compared to the average lifespan of a Savra, you have lived quite a long time. Is this an effect of your Originium arts? Odysseus has forgotten even what his Originium arts could do. Odysseus can fiddle with his Originium crystal ball, but Odysseus does not remember what kind of tricks it conjured up back in those grand, radiant days. This isn't a normal physiological disease. Your brain and body are under the influence of some kind of arts. I think those are tattoos. They look quite squiggly. Almost like some sort of like henna, or actually it even looks a little bit like Arabic, just because of the way that curves in. So old he forgot how to use magic. Lady Kalt'tsit, old Isin thinks that with the reef steep lost to the storm, perhaps there is no more clues to be found anywhere but in the centermost areas of Sargon. Have you been to that fabled golden city? You mean the capital of Sargon? Though its industrial prowess has been advancing day by day, Sargon's capital has never once opted to relocate its nomadic city. In the winds, the sands ceaselessly beat against Sargon's walls. As time goes on and on. Oh, do we get to see that? Do we get to see the Sargon capital city at some point in any of the events? Even catastrophes cannot rock Sargon's core. Old Isin thinks what he has forgotten is there. Old Isin can remember everything there. But that is a place that Old Isin can never reach. Only the Pardishas and a few Lords of Mir, who are granted the royal privilege, may see that city hidden deep within the sandstorms. Well, that seems weird. Surely there's got to be other people living in the city. You said you wanted an answer. Old Isin remembers nothing but a dream. In the dream, amid those boundless hotlands, the armies simply charged towards the horizon devoid of people. Oh, that triggered something. All Old Isin remembers of it is that the iron heels hoisted a scarlet web and charged towards the southernmost horizons of Sargon. But this has nothing to do with the reef steep. Is this perhaps a key that could lead to Old Isin's past? Hang on a second, could you... Wait. You could not have known that. The conquest of the Kashigs of Knights Mora took place over 1,000 years ago. How does this have anything to do with Reef Steep? Kashigs, the Knights Mora's royal debt. Old Isin knows, but why? Did you serve a Knights Moran offspring? The king of Sargon created a Kuranta of Knights Moran blood... Oh, sorry, I thought that was him replying. The king of Sargon created a Kuranta of Knights Moran blood Padisha? Old Isin seems to... Pardisha, Reef Steep Pardisha. Old Isin's master Kuranta, a descendant of Knights Mora. The two of you made for Watchman's Walls together, and he must have recounted to you the exploits of his bloodline, something that he must have taken pride in. Walls, yes, but no mere city walls. It was to the south, yes, the south, atop the hotlands, that not even Sargonians would set a foot on. There stood the entrance to the lands yet undiscovered by man. Ah, okay, the hotlands with the hot demons. Knights Mora. The Knights Moran was created Pardisha, And the Abut region was once the center of his political exploits. Didn't the leader of the Knights Moran, you know, Kalt'tsit or whatever you want to call them, didn't he travel to the Hotlands and disappear? Or was it the Infi Ice Fields where he disappeared? Can't quite remember. No karma, no simping for the demons. I didn't mean hot in that sense. I don't know what the Hotland demons look like. I don't know if we've seen the Hotland demons. Thinky Infi. Okay, yeah, maybe. He didn't choose to merely wallow in the luxuries promised to him by the Lord Zamir. Instead, his thirst for conquest drove him to conquer these deserts. Yes, the Paradisha wanted to conquer these golden sands. He led the people and built an entirely new city, a nomadic city. They disappeared into the Infi Ice Fields? Oh, okay. According to the history books, he only succeeded. As for you, even though he treated you with nothing but benevolence, even though he passed away long ago, you remain lost in his life. After they have somewhat dealt with the Hotlands. Oh, okay, that must be why I was wondering then. So I remember the Hotlands being mentioned. Older Sin remembers now. Older Sin is not a gatekeeper, and certainly not the Padisha's close friend. Older Sin was just a jester before them. I mean, the jesters were actually a really well-respected rank in court. They were even allowed to make fun of the kings and queens. No, Older Sin remembers now. No. Was it those summer nights? Please, calm down a little. Right. Ages old has left old Isin's memories in a muddle. You are right. Once upon a time, the Padisha would hold a banquet at his place every starry night and address all those in attendance. No. Old Isin was undeserving to bask in his glory and his radiance. You've been under his Originium art's influence, and the long nightmare has twisted your thinking. Though this is not something he had done to you deliberately. Oh, has he been the... Wait, he's still under the effect of the Knights Moran art? I mean, I know they affect people while you're around them, but I'd assume that would finish once they're gone. Or I suppose if it's been around them for so long, maybe that sort of stays with you. Maybe it becomes more permanent. His subjects went voluntarily. There was none who could resist those extraordinary fantasies, curiosity, longing, and thirst for knowledge. All of it worked to keep us enthralled by the Padisha's charm. You were lost in your own dreams. No, it shouldn't be. Older Sin shouldn't. Please, allow Older Sin a brief moment of peace. Please, leave Older Sin alone. Huh? We're leaving tomorrow. What about Older Sin? He needs some time to clear up his thoughts. The Knights Mora had been tormenting him for way too long. He's been trying to embrace the past in his dreams. I don't get it. We have no use for the box anymore. It was our final trump card, but now that we're leaving Sargon behind us, it makes no difference to us anymore. This is mine. The last thing I still have. That's why I'm leaving the decision to you. What will you do? You're forcing me to make a decision? I'm not forcing you to do anything. Even if you are actually able to replicate technology behind it and break away from its original original form, with where the Originium industries are currently, that will do you no good at all. Well, I guess, yeah, the Originium industries will want to stop it. In the same way our oil industry stops literally everything. The young researcher sets the box down after hesitating briefly. He has almost completely forgotten what's inside the box, despite the fact he has kept it on his person for the entire journey. The blue Originium crystals are discharging tiny, stable sparks. It's beautiful. This is really as dangerous as... Oh, is this really as dangerous as you're making it out to be? Is Elliot doing a my precious moment? A simple sample such as this won't help explain why. Once you master the core principles behind it, you will be able to craft it from a grenade capable of wiping out an entire city with ease. What do you think will happen if the Abuti Lord Emir or Padisha Murad got their hands on this technology? The technology is still being developed. The bad guys will get their hands on it sooner or later. He does kind of make a point. The truth is, this Originium crystal sample is the only one of its kind. Wait, what did I say that's generating smiley faces? As an Originium crystal, it actually isn't particularly special on its own. It is how it came to take its current form that makes it special. It was found in an excavation. Oh. You can always count on the archaeologists to discover new secrets. The Colombians only ever found 3 Originium samples like this one. Without exception, they all came from the surroundings of a certain Sarkaz ruin. Well, what's going to happen if you destroy them? The sample's explosive range is hardly comparable to the electrical devices we use in experiments. However, because of its nature, it will nonetheless put us in danger. The danger of being infected with oropathy. Well, alright. But isn't Yelena's... Doesn't Yelena use blue Originium, though? Or is that completely separate to this blue Originium? You said it's one of a kind. Well, then... I know how to take care of it now. Wait. You can't. Monster, protect him. The boy smashed the beautiful crystals to pieces. In an instant, the bright light of the electrical sparks has engulfed everything in the immediate area. Just a nuke just goes off. Like, in an instant, everything's disintegrated. Just a massive mushroom cloud in the middle of the desert. A bunch of Colombians looking in the distance, taking furious notes. Write that down, write that down! Ah, why are you stopping me? Didn't you hear me? This is a piece of Originium. You will get infected. So what? Do you hate the infected? Do you despise them? Well, perfect. I don't owe you anything anymore now. I'm infected myself. What? Oh, you idiot. There it is. Yeah, he did it, Sasha. It hurts. My head. Those are the symptoms of acute infection. We need to get you treated right away. I don't need it. I'm just keeping you from turning into Originium dust within the next few hours. What's a Sasha? Faust deliberately infected himself. You chose the wrong path, Elliot. Even if you were trying to shatter your own fate, this is the worst possible method you could choose. Ah, the poor kid. Even though he is an idiot and did it himself. Elliot Glover, you are now an infected. This is the fate you chose for yourself. Well, this is just a perfect fate for me then. If you don't want to live a life of suffering, I have many ways to set you on your way. No, I just... perhaps this will help me. Break away from these shackles. Now I have nothing to do with my past. And yet we've seen you 22 years later, still stuck in the past. Sorry for dragging you into this mess. I'm surprised you can still apologize. That's because I hate you too, Kalt'tsit. I thought you weren't going to treat me like a Colombian anymore. No, that's not why. Do you really think you can decide somebody else's fate for them? I've never once thought I could. But that's exactly what you are doing, Kalt'tsit. Even though no one could say you made the wrong decision doing that. But it's all coming to an end now, isn't it? Ugh. This doesn't change when I will be leaving. And you need to lay down and get some rest right now. So is this what oropathy is? It differs from person to person. So does that mean I don't need to use those arts units to conduct arts device experiments now? You haven't received any in-depth Originium arts education, and it will just kill you even sooner. So you were saying I can do it? Did you really just do the whole, so you were saying there's a chance? Like, come on. Yeah, that's not so bad. For a gifted student, you are an idiot. Keep going straight, and you will reach another way out of the black market. Only Odyssin knows of this exit. No one else has been there. An altar. A grave. My lady, there will be no obstacles in your way. What is that side-eyed look? You're just giving it like that is probably the smuggest look I've ever seen, and I don't even think you were intending to do that. He's book smart, not street smart, yeah. Elliot is high-end, slow whiz in D&D character. Yes, literally, yeah. Elliot. I just really love this piece of artwork. Why is Kalt'tsit just casually floating something in her hand? She's even doing like the witchy like thing with the fingers where they're just all in like different directions. Like, I feel like there's no reason for her to be doing this. Unless it's like a light source, but I don't see that. That's Monster? Ooh. That's Monster's Pokeball. I thought Monster came out of her back, though. Elliot. I'm going to Ursus. I know that. Why are you telling me this now? That's not important. What I'm asking you is, are you going to stick with me? You could go back to Colombia to continue your business, or you make your decision at the very least. Ah, okay, interesting. Or you could stay. Odyssin is right. No one controls fate itself. He will help you. If that is my lady's wish, Odyssin will offer you his assistance, dear child. You're saying all this now? I can't decide your future for you. Is this why Kalt'tsit constantly rags on about us, about how we are the ones that have to make a choice, and then not actually give us a choice to select? Anyway, sorry, I'm still a bit salty about that. Even if you try to prove to me that you're cutting off ties with your past, no matter how extreme your methods, you know from the beginning this is how you've always felt deep inside your heart. I'm stopping war. I'm stopping the Sargon civil unrest set off by the legacy of Sarkaz's witchcraft. And I'm preventing a large-scale originium infection. That is my goal, to put it simply. So you're saying you've already succeeded? And what do you think of all those people who died on your quest? I get it. I know you saved me. You were really there to save us. And I owe you my life. But they weren't just making preparations for war. That's not their crime. War has already started, Kalt'tsit. You've seen it, haven't you? You've been to so many battles on your journey. How many people have you killed? And how many of them are out to kill us? The Pardisha, the Lord Zamir. The civil war has started already. If all this comes to an end, does it really mean they will gladly set aside their differences and start throwing parties? You don't understand how the Sargon nobles and the Lord Zamir work. Their corruption and pride will bog them down. I can't get my brain to understand what Elliot's end goal is. I don't think he really has one, to be honest with you. At least not a clear idea. So you'll just come up with some pointless summary and get up and leave? I can't, Kalt'tsit. Sorry, but I can't. What do you want to do? I will find every last one of them. From Sargon to Columbia. All of them. Ah, persistence. Looks like the child has made up his mind, my lady. This is the choice he made, Odyssin. Odyssin knows. Odyssin respects both of your wishes. Odyssin is very old, after all. Odyssin wants to leave behind a kindling that will spark new fire. Will you help me? To the best of my ability, my child. Thanks. Thanks. Then Kalt'tsit. It's time for us to say goodbye. Newly awakened from his nightmares, the old man reminisces the glory of the old days as tears well up in his eyes. The young researcher contemplates to himself, the anger welling up in him manages to suppress even the pain of his infection. As for Kalt'tsit, she merely stays quiet, saying not a word. The nomad then takes her leave by herself. Oh, no, there's more. My lady, please do not forget old Ishin's reward. In some 20 years, you will return with a golden coin to take away with you this helpless soul. Monster, it's time to go.
With hard work, even an idiot can get the job done.
Gee, thanks, Spot. Ah! Not a desert anymore. Icicles as dark as shadows. Okay. This is awful. I'll try without, and then I'll try with a support. 13 years ago. 8:09 PM, heavy snow. Victoria Border Autonomous Region, County of Toron, Vincent Manor. It is a great city. All Victorians should find time to pay it a visit and gaze upon its magnificence. So you're saying our respectable dukes have not yet arrived at a conclusion? Yes, that is correct. They haven't yet. For the time being, Londinium is still a city without a master. So I take it you had the fortune and privilege to tour Londinium with the Duke of Normandy? Alas, the Duke is forbidden from entering Londinium by law. Of course, he is a fine gentleman, so he would never be so presumptuous as to invite himself in. So we instead enjoyed dinner on a ship together in the Londinium countryside. What kind of hero is the Duke? Well, he is the most gracious and erudite of nobles. His views in economics and politics are unique and unparalleled. Not only that, but my understanding is that he is well trained in music, and he possesses an impressive art collection, testament to his respect for the arts. It is because of heroes like him that Victoria remains prosperous as ever. Despite not having a ruler for the past dozen or so years, Victoria has managed to maintain its stability. Huh. How very Spain of it. But the truth is that the dukes were getting in each other's way behind the scenes. And that's not all. If so many Victorian nobles actually fell victim to food poisoning and hunting accidents, then the country's noble rule would have crumbled to dust long ago. And 3 years ago, your father nearly experienced that firsthand. Yes, his leg is actually injured. There is a noble who is an academic enemy of my father. They were at a cocktail party together, and he made his move after the party. That must have been well disguised. If it was thought to be an accident. My father had a few leads, but he didn't want this affair to get in the way of relaying intelligence. How many of Thompson's men are there in this manor right now? A lot of them, such as the ones you were talking to earlier. They also paid my father's villa a visit before tonight's party. Richard was quite critical of your father just now. I suppose he spoke much of it from his heart. He has had quite the rivalry with my father for the past several years. Yet they still assemble around Thompson. Your father is a good leader. And not without your guidance, Lady Kalt'tsit. Who could have thought back then that the Lateranal cleric who came to visit Victoria would become our most trusted mentor? Our goals are one and the same. Kalt'tsit, they will get out of this unscathed. They will get out of We will get out of this unscathed, will we? Heidi, you need to look around with your own eyes. If you truly wish to step into this world, you cannot allow civilization's facades blind you anymore. You need to see this world yourself. Comforting words are meaningless. You will grow up one day. Now, unpleasant as it may be, I must say I heard a rumour from the lesser nobles and ruffians. My, did they upset you? Right. As you can see, it was the Duke's graciousness that forged the peace and prosperity enjoyed by our country today. However, and this is something that even the traitors in Colombia are aware of, we also cannot deny that it has been a long time since Victoria has seen a rightful ruler ascend its throne. And what of it? Does that not go to show we are becoming ever more powerful through our own means? No. Have you seen Spain? You are correct, Richard. But there was also this opinion. It was naive and absurd. There was this crowd of men there, each with their own goals. They asked if Victoria truly needed a new ruler. They said Uncle Vincent's too much for coward. We're near the border, but we are being so complacent, not making any progress. This is our chance to fight for our rights, yet all Uncle Vincent knows to do is throwing parties in the manor. Even his trip to Londinium, it hardly achieved any meaningful results. This isn't your father's opinion. Thompson is not so foolish to let radical atmosphere get to his head. But that's how the adults always complained to my father. No foolish nobles would ever receive an audience with a real duke. Do you think that the Duke of Normandy really didn't intimidate Vincent with any harsh demands? Tehran is near the border, and there are few people here. In other words, this place is not under the influence of any major forces. Uncle Vincent, this nobleman may seem uninterested in anything except celebrating this false peace with music and shows, but he is actually doing his best to uphold Tehran's peace. That, despite the peace here, is fragile and easily broken. His arrogance and temperance are just at the right level to hide his faults well. And those who actually understand his true intentions are few and far between. Thompson would never place so much trust on a count severely lacking in courage, insight, and judgment. They may seem like they're heading down different paths, but these paths will lead them to the same destination. That's nice to hear you say so. Kalt'tsit, are you not going to look at your mail? From Londinium to Tehran, these letters have made it halfway across Victoria. How many hands has a letter passed through, and how many of them know of the whole truth of these events? There are lots. Workers, newsboys, popcorn hawkers, park gardeners. They knew nothing of the letter's contents. They didn't even know who these words ultimately belonged to. But now, this letter has made it to Thompson, and now, me. There is nothing to worry about. I see. But what about the other one? The one from Casdell? It was handed straight to Thompson by a sarcasm messenger. I told him how to contact Thompson himself, but if things had gone according to plan, he would have handed this straight to me. Yeah, but when that sarcasm made it to Victoria, Father did not know how the Sarkaz honour their hero's death, so all we could do was cremate his body according to our traditions and scatter his ashes in the Magic City's waterways. I can't tell you his real name, but at the very least, he died as a messenger, and I will bring his story back to his homeland. He won't be forgotten. Kalt'tsit, is this how you treat everyone? Why do you ask? No, I was just thinking, oh, pardon me, how becoming of me. Unbecoming. The snow is getting heavier. Let's head back inside. Oh, that looks cool. It does kind of look like she's drinking actual wine in this. I will pay Thompson a visit once the party is over. She looks so good in the outfit. I am sure Father will be happy. Should I perhaps hold your arm? That way no one will be suspicious of us. If you think that is necessary. Okay. You're so much taller than me. You haven't grown at all, Heidi. Take a look outside. The snow is so heavy. I haven't seen this much snow in a long time. You are right. A snowstorm is coming. Heidi ponders to herself. Just how many clouds are needed to shed so many snowflakes? The white snow is scattering in all directions, gyrating into the sky as the wind blows past. Well, at least it's not black snow. Where the pale yellow light cannot illuminate has been shrouded in a thick mist that covers the entire city. The night sky tonight is without stars and moonlight. The black tidal wave is beginning to crash upon the beaches. Wait. Wait, no. Here's tough. Here's tough. I recognize that pattern. Kalt'tsit? Oh, black snow. I was making a demon joke. I didn't mean. Huh? I'm not seeing any. Heidi, tell everyone to keep the party venue under control. I need about an hour's time. Don't let anyone near the garden. I can do that. But what's going on with you all of a sudden? We've got company. What? We may be on the border, but this manor belongs to a Victorian count. Who would... Heidi, if I don't come back to the manor, you and your father need to keep this secret. Do not dig any deeper into this. But this is a warning as well as an order. Be safe. To the north of Sami and Ursus, and to the south of Sargon, those lands yet untrodden by man. Whether the demons and monsters that dwell there are normal creatures is yet unknown, but they are far older than any country we know. Humans have fought them for a long time. Indeed, this is a proposition worthy of further notice. Until now. Humans can now be the masters of their own countries. The ancient Sargon king and the powerful Kashyyyks hit it off right away. Wait, did I say Kashyyyk? And the Knights Mor and Kargan strove to conquer all lands unexplored by civilization. The results were impressive. No non-human threat ever set foot in Sargon territory again. Sami has used countless witchcrafts and sacrifices to create their snow priests, and one generation after another, the sorceresses lost themselves as they battled the enemies from beyond their borders. And Ursus, you deployed the strongest elites to simply tear them to shreds, Wendigos in heavy armor or veteran warcasters. And the Empire's ambitions are without limit. Your kind did not merely tear them into shreds. You used the shreds of power left behind by those non-humans. That's right, I remember reading of that. They use demon stuff in the technology. Show yourself. The will of Ursus drove you here. You are far underestimating Victorian's might. The aura of demons lingers in your footsteps. Have you ever given any thought to where your responsibility lies? Your mind can't be taken by demons, Royal Guard. As the figure steps out into the light, the unilluminating darkness surrounding it begins to quiver. I could smell fear in you, traitor. It took you a while to find me. If it wasn't for the uprising and its aftermath, I would have come to lay down your punishment long ago. Oh, that's right. So yeah, so the Civil War had happened. The imbeciles allowed you to escape. This has been an embarrassment, and they've already been executed for their incompetence. Perhaps I should remind you again, the snowstorm here can bury entire cities, but they cannot erase the footsteps of a royal guard. You are in Victoria, and there stands the manor of a Victorian count not 100 meters behind me. Do you understand the consequences of your actions? Consequences? Your threat is weak and empty. Wherever I stand, the earth beneath me belongs to the Empire of Ursus. Hang on now, you are not an aircraft carrier, you don't get to use that bullshit. You never had the right to address me, traitor. Not before the word demon left your lips. Soon, I will beat out of you what you came to know this secret. How? Your understanding of the demons does not grant you dialogue. You murdered an Ursus Grand Duke, and you know of our darkest secrets. What, the secret that she didn't actually murder the Duke and you were murdering the Duke the entire time? Your countless crimes are worthy of 1,000 deaths. It seems we won't be convincing each other for the moment. Though that applies only to your evaluation of the situation at hand. Beast, bare your fangs. You can't fool me. Monster. Impatient braying. What is he, a horse? Kalt'tsit kills stole him, yes. Oh, damn. Monster, do not underestimate him. He's no normal human. That is an awesome look. You hid a device here in the garden. No, a creature. You know of the demons, and you have a monster serving you. One that Ursus's vast knowledge is yet unaware of. Perhaps your crimes have far exceeded my expectations. Or perhaps I managed to make an impression on the Royal Guard. Just angry breathing noises. I won't deny it, traitor. But you have my curiosity. What drove you to betray our homeland? No, perhaps my investigations did not fully uncover your entire past. And it looks like that is indeed the case. Unlike the criminals who escaped to Sami, it appears you still have a trick up your sleeve. Do not get the wrong idea. It is hardly a difficult matter to kill you. I suppose it's why you are sustaining this area around us. Staining? You needn't concern yourself. I know what I am doing. Monster. I did not expect it to be this hard. Okay, shush. If your own flesh and blood was also as hardened, then, indeed, it makes you a formidable foe. Monster, come back. Don't chase after him. Avoid the black mist. That's not mist at all. That's far beyond the normal realm of Virginia Marts. It looks like it really it looks like it has really been too long since I last dealt with the Emperor's blade. You and your men have made remarkable progress. You know this much about our secrets? Even the most senior Ursa scientists would never be allowed to meddle in the Royal Guard's ancient ritual. Ancient rituals? Yes, only the ceremonies of your crazed, self-proclaimed spiritual leaders could adorn your kinds with your demons. You're a survivor of the Valley of the Setting Sun. Ooh! Ooh, that's the place where 20-odd of them died, wasn't it? The Empire's will is always focused and unswerving, yet your goal seems to stray from your motherlands. At the very least, you are not that young. You should not be fighting me, Royal Guard. Both you and I know that the job I finished was one that you and your men should have done yourselves, but never did. Don't be mistaken about where you have... where that right lies, traitor. You do not represent deity Grifferberg's laws and prestige. If you truly witnessed the whole uprising, Royal Guard, then you should understand this more than anyone. The Empire's rise and fall has never truly been affected by dignity and honour. Let me ask you this then. Did the last Emperor ever truly look down on Victoria from the bottom of his heart? Perhaps I do not give you enough credit, traitor. I will give you one last chance. Reveal your secrets, and I will grant you a dignified death. Alas, given this death would have nothing to do with my own conviction, dignity was never on the table. Monster? Heh. Oh god. As the fear in the air heightens, the Royal Guard draws his blade. He is about to execute Ursus's will. Oh boy, here we go.
Got it.
I will not back down.
皆さん、感染源と思われるものには絶対に触らないようにしてくださいね。
Fuck it, delaying action.
Your orders. Did you ever imagine friends turning against each other and homeland fading into nothing but memories?
It's safe here.
I may have messed this up already. Oh, I'm not gonna have time. Shit, I'm not gonna... Oh, I'm not gonna have time to do what I wanted to do. Nah. Didn't quite have time to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to have people down first, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. I want to delay him and deal with everyone else first. If that's possible, assuming he doesn't spawn more. Ah, I might have to bleed already. He walks around. I know, but I wanted to delay him right off the bat. Well, there's not much I can do now. I'll have to... Ah. Not going to get enough in. I'll bleed 2 and see how it goes. Because I can put in...
Your orders. Did you ever imagine friends turning against each other and homeland fading into nothing?
Oh,
but
come on. That
memories?
wasn't the right one. Okay, never mind. Maybe get more vanguards? Yeah, maybe.
How ridiculous. Feels like I killed myself with my own poison.
Get duped. I thought they were going... I thought that group were going into the middle, so I was like, oh, okay, that'll be fine. Might as well read boss skills now. Ooh, yes, good idea. Already I can tell this is different from the last time we fought them. He once ravaged the demons of the northern tundra, segregating the outsiders beyond the reach of civilization. His blade shies not from royals nor nobles, safeguarding glory from the dusts of rebellion. Every royal guard is as a dominion, and land beneath their feet is all the territory of Ursus. Whenever a certain percentage of HP is lost, unleashes a permanent terrain effect, significantly reducing allied units, attack speed, and reducing... okay. Right. That doesn't sound particularly nice. Yeah, I've got an E2.
My friends, as long as we stand together, there will be no evil we can't overcome.
25, okay, it's no difference. Well, it's some difference. We're just not gonna talk about that. My main problem is still going to be getting enough people down in time. I do want to stop him there. I want to see if I can stop him right at the beginning. But I think I might not be able to generate enough DP. I might have to put in another Vanguard. I might also try with a cheaper...
Let's work to make the world a more peaceful place.
I will not back
We're fighting you guys. Then please do your best this job, or I'll be really bored.
Let's try it this way.
Fine.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Can't you feel the cities crumbling away?
Doesn't matter to me. So many weaknesses.
Oh, I'm still going to be low on everything, aren't I? Ah, I'm still going to be low on shit. Oh. Nah, still gonna bleed one with this method. Okay. That would have been the point where I should have had Courier.
Would you ever imagine friends turning against each other and homeland fading into nothing but
Retreat spot?
memories?
Not yet, I'm still trying to delay. I want to see if I can do this.
Just try me.
I want to see if I can do this. I want to see if I can delay that. Oh, that's someone there. No. I can do the extra damage.
ウムの特製料理だよ You can heal that wound in no time.
Don't see any harm in this.
Can't you feel the cities crumbling away?
みんなお腹すいた よーし Can you do it? 私ならこつかかったら声を上げてもいいよ我慢しないで元気出して
Please give me you a ball. Please give me instructions.
Can't you hear the
I didn't need to do that. I don't know why I did that.
おいしいもの食べよ
Fear not! Here I come!
おいしい
At this point, I should have had Muina down. I could still do that.
懐かしい。いいね。
Doctor, leave the big guy. Who's next?
That was done with me.
ウムの特製料理
Oh, no, getting healed.
準備はできている。準備はできている。
みんなお腹すいた
雨。
Oh,
Don't be a please come to your senses
I'm just gonna...
ウムの特製料理
That's gonna be a bit awkward. That's going to be awkward.
My toxicant is ready.
Can't do that one. Ah, no, I'm not gonna bother.
Are you hallucinating? Are you hallucinating? Understood. My toxins will slowly...
Hey, catch.
よーし
I'll charge the weak spots.
みんなお腹すいた
Doctor, leave the big guy. Ha! Kick ass! Can you do it?
What are your orders?
Doctor, leave the big guys.
元気出して Don't be a please come to your senses I'm here
Okay, one guy left. I did not actually think that was going to work. I did not think that was going to work, though. I assumed... I will say this right now. I had been advised to do a delaying action because apparently he had low damage, and that does seem to be the case. Oh, I don't know if I should retreat these two though, because I think when he goes into his next state, he's going to be quite angry, and he does ranged, if I remember correctly. So I might need to... Yeah. I'll take them out now, and I'm just going to delay.
Whatever you say. Hey, catch.
Doctor?
No, not that one.
ああ、今でもあの嘆きが聞こえてくる。ああ、
Doctor?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, let me think about this for a moment. I might not need to do that. Is that far enough away? Yes. Oh, I could have just done it down there. Oh, I should have just done it down there. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Hey, dummies! Bring it on!
That blocks him, because if I remember correctly, he goes to the middle and then in. Oh god, am I gonna have enough time for... Oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough time for him. You should chip his HP as you walk around. Probably should.
There we go.
Shit. What's his range? Was it 2 tiles or 3 tiles? I couldn't remember how far away he was when he hit. I think it was like over there, so that was like 2 tiles, but I can't remember. Okay, I'll wait until he moves on to this tile. Yes, okay.
剣を抜くまでもない。
2.
みんな、お腹すいた？I'm here! Doctor, come on! Show me what you got! かかったら声を上げてもいい and heal that wound in no time. みんな、お腹すいた？
Fuck!
Fear not!
Oh, shit!
Solid positioning.
おいしいもの食べよう。
Oh, I don't have the right skill either for that.
Got it.
I won't be able to save up that.
おいしいもの食べよう。
Oh, fuck me. No. Oh, it's all falling apart now.
元気出して。
Oh, no, give me, there.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Doctor?
No!
No time.
I can't believe I've done that. Oh, we were right there. Oh. Oh. Oh, it was right there. Oh, that hurts me. That hurts my soul. Oh.
Out.
Oh. Okay, that was good though. That was actually a sound strategy. I should have, maybe I should get Muinar a little bit further away. I didn't quite... Oh, how many tiles is it forward? Oh, does anyone remember how many tiles his talent goes forwards? I need to think about how far away I can have him. 3 tiles, so 1, 2, 3, okay. Okay, so I might be able to do this again.
Leave the scouting to me.
You people, I don't think I'll even remember your faces after this one. Anyway, let's just get started.
All right then.
Your orders. Can't you hear the children's cries?
I forgot what I did.
グムがみんなを守る。
Forwards!
Whatever, you don't see any harm in this.
元気出して。
Your orders. How's that?
There we go. みんなお腹空いた？
Your orders. Can't you feel the cities crumbling away?
医者ならここに。ここだよ。みんなお腹空いた？
Come on, scegli quasi tesoro.
Understood. フムの特製料理だよ。 おいしいもの食べよう。
Could you ever imagine friends turning against each other and homeland?
So many weaknesses.
Please come to your senses. 元気出して。
How's that?
Please give me fall. Please give me instructions. フムの特製料理だよ。戦場をさ戦いだけに気を取られないで。
Can't you feel the cities crumbling away?
フムの特製料理だよ。
Come on, scegli quasi tesoro.
Your orders. Attack!
フム の特製料理だよ。 Doctor, I can heal that wound in no time. ついてきて。アップルパイ。
Your orders. Can't you feel the cities crumbling away?
I'll take the lead. The rest is up to you guys.
アラージ。
Oh, I should have just had him down there. Fuck.
懐かしい。
美味しいもの食べよう。
Doctor, leave the big guy. Relax. It'll be over in an instant.
戦場が近かったら声を上げてもいいよ。
Don't see any harm in this.
元気出して。
You'll have to try harder.
No. No, this is failing. Ah, I should have had Moina down when I did. I wanted to save him.
準備はできている。
戦場は騒がしいから、父はもっと大きい声でお願い。元気出して。
I wanted to save him, but I shouldn't have done that. It's fine. I'm getting rid of all these people anyway, so I can just keep delaying as long as I have been.
ディオポーネント。Doctor, I can heal that wound.
Oh, I was supposed to do that.
Understood. みんな、お腹すいた？
What are your orders?
私の出番？みんな、お腹すいた？
Holding a shield is tiring, pal.
Doctor, leave the big guy. Who's next?
Tell me.
美味しいもの食べよう。
Why are you being so damn tanky?
You'll have to try harder than that.
At your service.
妻の特製料理だよ。Right here.
Okay, all the way there. Oh, I can't go any further.
いいよ。
Okay, I'll need to make sure that I'm not.
Don't be afraid.
Whatever you say.
It's 位置についたよ。ほらほら。医者ならここに。ここだよ。
I feel like I'm missing something here. I'm waiting on the medic to cool down because I didn't do it properly, but... No, I think it's fine.
There we go.
Amia? I could.
Roger.
Now, what did I do wrong last time with, What did I do wrong last time? Because I didn't think it was going to instantly kill him. And I'm not sure why it did. I might move him down here, maybe? About as far away from the smoke as I can get him. One, two. I'll put him here. Maybe down here? I'll put him down here then. That'd be away from everything. Because 1, 2. 1, 2. Yes, okay. He's got 2 tiles range. I'm somewhat unfortunate because I've already used both the Ciceros. That might be a bit difficult. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, fine.
Have an extra healer. Okay, good. This might be difficult. I just realized she's going to be doing a lot of damage. Come on, quickly. Plus.
Whatever you said. So many weaknesses.
Damn it.
Here, I know what you're thinking.
Solid positioning.
Whew. There it is.
Mission accomplished.
I completely forgot Amio being there was going to mess up the smoke, but I'm so glad it didn't mess it up at bad. I forgot Amia was doing a lot of damage. I forgot she's basically a boss killer. I should have moved her somewhere else. But well, it's fine. It happened. A little bit scuffed towards the end, but that was actually a really nice strategy. I'm glad I had someone mention that he was going to be one of those bosses with a high defense but low attack at the beginning. just full on block him. Like, nope, we are dealing with you at the end. Everyone else has their time. You are waiting. Anyway. This technique, your body's rigidity and your judgment are nothing alike. What are you? An idiot who has a really difficult time doing this. Oh, damn. My guy, you've messed up her suit. You don't mess up someone's suit. That shit probably costs a lot of money. Wait, monster. Sorrowful wailing, but I want to kill him. You humiliated me, monster. This is what you deserve. Did Monster just get murked? Huh? Monster, readjust. He's on his last legs. The suit was lended to her from the Laterana Monastery. True, I personally kind of thought she might have been making that up. I don't know why, I kind of got it in my head that she was never actually part of the monastery. And was just pretending the entire time, but I don't know. Maybe not. But even still, even if it was borrowed from the monastery, it's still a suit, it's still going to cost quite a bit. Those are no minor injuries, Royal Guard. Likewise, traitor. Did I just say Twaiter in like a deep Darth Vader voice? I just went Twaiter. You know what? You fuckers deserve to have accidental Uru speak. Likewise, Twaiter. You gave yourself an injection. You most certainly felt more than a poke on the arm. How peculiar. By appearance, you are no different from a veteran warrior. You possess all the traits necessary for you to be the perfect soldier, yet you rely on a beast, a monster for your power. Oh, you want to talk, demon boy? The marks of battle can be covered, but the lands you've tainted can never bear fruit again. You should not have been so obstinate in your actions. You fear. You fear. Certainly, if you truly know our secrets, then you should feel nothing but fear right now. Each royal guard is himself a nation. The language of this saying is certainly colourful, but it also speaks the truth rather plainly. This one EB is much more experienced than the ones in Chapter 8. Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. I don't even think we fought the ones in Chapter 8. We just sort of let them do their thing and they disappeared. Speaking of suit, I need to dry clean my suit for my cousin's wedding. Oh, congratulations to your cousin. Need I remind you, your mask is fracturing. Reality is reacting to the evil that lingers in your body. The cage created by the ritual is beginning to fissure. Oh. Wait, so are the demons not capable of interacting with our world fully? Or does it just reject being in a human form? Or do you really believe that Victoria will turn a blind eye when an Ursus Royal Guard sets off a horrifying annihilation at the Count's manor? The Royal Guard's duty rests with all that exists in Ursus. Don't make me laugh. I don't need a traitor to teach me what my duty is. Tell me then, who do you serve? Ursus as it is now, or the great shadows of the past? Tell me, Royal Guard, do not bring shame on your title. Tell me, what does the current Ursus Emperor think of the Pine Valley affair? Or do you mean to tell me the seeds of that uprising, the origins of the crisis, were all in the will of the Emperor? You were the cause of it all. Nope, he's back. Also, EB is going to be the upcoming boss rush game mode. Well, I suppose I know what to do with him, but still. Feel free to keep deceiving yourself, but the truth is, the young Emperor is unaware of the events that transpired here. You believe he has no need to know. You all speak... all of you seek a bygone era. I won't judge whether this is correct, but when a Grand Duke is allowed to die in a political conflict, his death will always lead to an all-new rebellion. This is not for you to judge. Didn't she literally just say that? I can foresee many consequences of his death. Some wished for him to die out of anger and their desire for so-called justice. They wanted his death in order to erase evidence and cut ties. Others wished for him to live. They wanted him to continue to fulfill his duty. He cannot fulfill the duty he cannot remove himself from. Perhaps there were also those who wanted to keep a witness alive to serve as a stepping stone, to revolt against all those involved with the Third Army. It didn't matter whether he lived or not. The key was how the contradiction that followed was handled. You don't mean it was up to an unremarkable Ursus assassin to kill the Grand Duke. Someone she could never imagine to reach out of a personal grudge. Only then were those crimes finally erased, digested like grass seeds eaten by burden beasts. From the sound of it, you have great foresight. You mean to tell me you solved such a difficult problem as a mere citizen? It was the best choice to make in order to keep Ursus's internal friction from developing any further. But I kind of want Ursus to get split apart. What do you mean? Enough of the presumptuousness. Traitor, your excuse is an insult to Ursus. Even if all is truly as you say, and your actions benefit Ursus in thousands of ways, it was not your decision to make. Control yourself, Royal Guard. The way she talks down to him, I love it. I can smell your lies. How dare you claim you did this for Ursus? It's spreading. Even though it's only a small demon shard embedded in that device, it is more than enough to level this entire manor. The Valley of the Setting Sun has turned into a land of fear. If the Royal Guard wants my life, monster, kill him immediately. That's far from effective than defense. Even if the Emperor's glory lasts another 1,000 years, those black lands no longer belong to Ursus. They are no longer part of this world. Oh, so they had the demon stuff in them during that fight. So when they died, 21 demon pieces were destroyed. It was 21, wasn't it? It's 21, 22, something like that. Or was it 27? That is a lot of demonic corruption, reality-destroying bullshit. Do you want to repeat your mishaps? Oh, sorry, that's her still talking. Whenever it shakes, I think it changes to another character for some reason. Do you want to repeat your mishaps? Do you want to drag the Empire into a war of unimaginable scale just because you lost control of yourself? You were just caught up in the former Emperor's grand vision. Oh, is it going to show it? Please show us demonic Royal Guard, please. That moment, the fear in the air immediately boils into material substance. Once the earth-shaking emotion or release comes to a halt, there remains nothing but a faint, ominous black glow emanating from the cracks of the Royal Guard's mask. Monster, stop. What is this? You let your chance get away. Your one and only chance. I know your tactics. If I let Monster attack, you would have pierced right through my chest with those black spikes of yours. Looks like I need not test you anymore. You know like the back of your hand how the Royal Guards operate. You called me inhuman, and now you address me as a man? Suppose you still have a shred of my approval. It would have nothing to do with the will that you are executing right now. As long as you are still resisting, you remain a stalwart barricade of mankind. No one can take from you your honor of having been born a human. At the very least, before you find yourself fooled by that illusion that is destined to be destroyed. You are right indeed. There are many things I misjudged. Knowledge is how they grow in strength. To fend them off, the passing down of all knowledge of them was suppressed. An unwritten law of all nations. How very Warhammer. The demons, but they grow stronger the more people think about them. And have like dreams and nightmares and all that. Interesting. You are not a Sami Snow Priest, and you have nothing to do with Sargon's Eternal Army. Those who have the privilege of seeing the sights beyond terror with their own eyes... Oh, sorry, that's him talking. Oh well, who cares? Have always been the top of their country's academic authority. Who are you? Someone who fulfilled her duty. And what is your duty? You already know the answer in your heart. I did far less than you accomplished. I must admit, I have never met an outsider who knows the Royal Guard's secrets. The crimes you committed and the secrets you hold make you guilty beyond measure. But I have never met such a strange creature, so evenly matched against me. Raw, 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 raw. You are full of surprises. The mystery surrounding you worries me. It seems I must be more cautious when dealing with you. Let us pretend I am following your advice, Ursus citizen. But do not forget that the Emperor's blade is watching you. Oh, I like this. I love this. Yeah, let's pretend that I'm following your advice. I'm not actually following your advice. I promise. I'm definitely not following your advice. Let's just pretend for austerity's sake. We don't have much time left. Ursus has not had the chance to catch its breath, but the moment the Count finds you, it will be plunged into a whole new whirlpool. And it will happen. The people be damned. And don't get so cocky. I simply did not expect it would take this much time to deal with a traitor. You are worthy of my caution, traitor. It was your responsibility to Grand Duke Vanya, and finding the cause of his accidental death is your one and only mission. I ensured a quiet death for him. I then escaped from Ursa's territory. Perhaps what I have done can't truly be considered a violation of Ursus's rights. I'm somewhat surprised that the scientist or the doctor or whatever wasn't killed. With the whole talk of, you know, look after my daughter for me, I just assumed she would have died. If so, it stands to reason that a life is too great a price. I trust all of you Royal Guards are capable of making a sensible decision. You... Ooh. Regardless, you must return to Ursus right this moment. The pain may mean nothing to you, but with your windpipe ripped by monster, you will suffocate and drown in the demon's influence. Even just a shard of its corpse. Be quick about it. You might still make it back to Ursa's territory in one piece. A target worthy about my well-being, worrying about my well-being. This will indeed be a valuable experience. On top of that, you are a traitor, and you understand me far better than the men in our armies. I've never had such a long chat with a Royal Guard of the Emperor's Blade either. How long have you lived? And who exactly are you? I used to be the Grand Duke's private doctor, nothing more. You should have killed me while I was making my escape. Perhaps it isn't too late. I await news of your success. You should have served your country, traitor. Your limitless potential could have flourished magnificently in Ursus, yet you betrayed it. Sounds like I should feel bad about that. Wow, that was a bit snarky. You love Ursus for how prosperous it is. In that case, I am sure you can see the parts of the country that rot in the sun. The newer generation may be slowly forgetting that prosperity, but as time goes on and things grow worse, they will look back on its magnificence. She literally said cope. Yeah, she said skill issue. But is this truly beneficial to Ursus? Once the benefits war brings with it come to an end, will we be able to solve all of Ursus's problems? Honor cannot feed the masses. Is that an advice? I could merely be talking to myself if it so pleases you. I belong to Ursus no longer. You belong to Ursus no longer. So it was the Grand Duke's personal doctor's decision that he passed. Her intention was to reduce his suffering. I hope you'll make it out to Victorian territory without a hitch. A shame. If you understood what it is we are safeguarding, you could have contributed to its prosperity. Until next time, we will meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. Probably not some sunny day, though. Come back, monster. He's gone. I need to take care of these marks. Kalt'tsit! You should not have come here, Heidi. You're so badly hurt. I brought a first aid kit. How do you use this? I like to think that her purse is the first aid kit. Like, they haven't changed anything on the, like, they don't need to change anything on the sprite. The purse has just been the first aid kit this entire time. I can take care of myself. Kalt'tsit, what happened? Emperor's Blade. Tell your father this name. That's all you have to do. It's nothing you need to worry about. Okay, but was that man from Ursus? What is someone like him doing here? They are like the shadows of Ursus. And the size of their vast dark shadows has to do with only the Emperor's son. Even if you manage to fend off those shadows, the road beneath our feet remains shrouded in darkness, while the buildings of our surroundings remain unaffected. This too is Ursus, Heidi. This is a part of Ursus, the Empire's winter, the black snowflakes. Before that, we need to deceive everyone else at the manor. We may have avoided the worst outcome, and he didn't scatter his dominion all across the soil here. Why does that sound wrong? But the marks he left behind will take some effort to cover up. Monster. Huh? Is that yours? Kill 2 wild beasts and bring their bodies back as soon as you can. And Heidi, contact your father immediately. I'll need assistance to put a lid on this as best as we can. How are you going to do it? We need false witnesses, false leads, and all the bribes necessary. Perhaps there is no one out there who knows how to deal with the mounted police better than Thompson. Mounted police? Isn't that what, shit, I've forgotten her name now. Granny. Isn't that what she's from? Isn't she from the mounted police? Yes. Okay, nice. I remember that being mentioned. And for the longest time, I thought the mounted police were, Kashmirian, armies, but then someone told me in chat afterwards that it's, Victorian police. Okay, I understand. Why are you grasping at the snow? To lower my body temperature. I was dragged into a fight between 2 wild beasts and fortunately made it out. But I'm afraid the guards will be punished for letting beasts into the garden. Oof, yeah, I kind of feel bad about that now. You have a rather good memory of these things. I sort of, yeah. Admittedly, I don't remember too much about the story itself, about Granny and the Knight's Treasure. I remember that part of it. I remember the first couple of stages with them going to that town and all that, with the bandits and all that. And then I remember that annoying giant slug that spewed fire and everything. Which, now that I think about it, might not have even been Granny and the Knight's Treasure. That might have been one of the other events. So I don't remember much about the event, but I do remember bits about people. But those are no minor injuries. Are you still We managed to avoid the worst case scenario. So are you going to read Vigilo by yourself or on stream? I've already read it. I read it before starting A Walk in the Dust. That's why I vaguely know what certain things they're talking about. That slug is Pompeii from Siesta. Oh, okay, never mind. See, that's why I keep getting confused. Oh wow, you read it? Yeah, I read it for the most part. That's why I was mentioning before how I really started liking the. Well, I mean, obviously I like the Doctor anyway, but like I really liked the Doctor in. I think it was is it the first part of Vigilo where they're in Colombia? And I remember it being mentioned in the first part of the first stage of this. If he had insisted on fighting me to the death, I'm afraid none of us could have gotten out of this alive. Now, aside from that, find me a messenger who can reach Sammy. Oh yeah, and I found parts quite annoying in that part. Yep, getting hit and run by Mama Jones. Yes. And then literally just going to customs and getting himself arrested just so they couldn't do it. Remember Cannot, he's the shopkeeper in Julia Scratchies. Yes, I was wondering if it was the same person or not. But yeah, like the bit where Parts is like basically pulls a "I'm sorry, Dave, I'm afraid I can't do that" when the Doctor asks for information. Now, aside from that, find me a messenger who can reach Sammy. Sammy? It's so barren there. It would take a while. We have time. As long as she's alive, I'll get a reply. And I pray I'll get a reply. She. Your wounds? Looks like my blood stained the letter. Well, at least that'll make it seem more urgent. Did something happen outside? Of course not, Count Vincent. Please, do not avoid the subject. Tell us how you defeated the Grand Duke's hunters. Haha, I had no intention to be disrespectful to the Duke, of course. But I lost my temper and could not well control myself in the competition. Santala? I'm not sure. It was all because of the hunter. It was all because the hunter told me I should never have hired Faras and Zalux. He even told me he took pride in hiring only Liberi housemaids and muscly Forte for the upkeep and defense of the mansion the Duke awarded to him. Ah, yes, racism. His words reminded me of an old gardener who once tended our gardens. He was a Zaluk, and he had been working here long before I was born, and I never found anything strange or unsatisfactory about that. Oh, how progressive. Muscly Forte. Yeah, I kind of feel like I kind of feel like that person, that Dukes or whatever person, that hunter or whatever, talking about how they only hire muscly Forte for the guards and all that. I couldn't help but think of that one, I can't remember where it is, that one leader in the past who only hired like 6 foot tall muscular men for his army. And it was absolutely because that was his thing. Let's just put it that way. That was his interest in a soldier. That's just what it reminded me of. Like, yes, only the muscular Forte. Only they shall do. It's also why I felt a little bit disturbed by that sort of thing. Ah, yes, only Liberi women for maids and only muscular Forte. It's a, yeah. In the end, I was the one who shot down the fell beast, while the Duke's hunter missed his opportunity. You set a fine example for the rest of us, Count Vincent. I should have saved the Duke some face, of course. When the Duke thinks so highly of you, what's wrong with putting your gallantry on full display? You are right. There were the hunter, the bow, and the foul beast, but no one knows me better than myself. Dear Dame Kalt'tsit, it was just as you predicted. The Sarkaz court summoned Her Majesty Theresa for an audience. Although the ancient bloodkin held General Pheresis in high esteem, the Lord of the Banshees sent only the youngest successor. It was thanks to General Pheresis and the military commission that other countries were unable to interfere with Khaz'dal's rise to prominence. It was also under the general's supervision that they transported construction materials enough for several dozen regular nomadic city plates without issue. Is Pheresis Lord Banshee, or is Lord Banshee separate from Pheresis? I couldn't quite, I'm not entirely sure if I read it properly. The following is a summary of the past month's events. Separate, okay. Interesting. Have we seen the Lord Banshee? It does sound familiar, but I'm not sure if it was only mentioned before. Kalt'tsit. No. Oh, okay. Interesting. Theresa's handwriting. The way you're smiling when you say that. Kalt'tsit. It's such a huge surprise. Who could have imagined that the Great Banshee's successor was a boy? Is that strange? I'm assuming are the Banshees mainly women? He is still very young, just a young boy by his looks. The Banshee's bloodline will keep him young for a long time. Despite his age, he was mouthing off arts left and right. He's a natural-born caster. Banshee men to women ratio is like 1 to 10. Right, okay. Right, okay, that makes sense. Is this before the Civil War? Because it sounds like Theresa, and all of this is happening simultaneously, like they're actually around each other. Which doesn't seem very warlike, so I'm assuming they were still a whole at this point. So I'm guessing this is before they did their own little War of the Roses. Anyway. Paraguay in a certain point in history. Oh yeah, isn't Paraguay the place that tried to start war with pretty much most of the surrounding areas and then got themselves absolutely destroyed? Or am I thinking of a different place? This is 13 years ago, which means Amia would be a baby, so no Rhode Island. Yeah, I just wasn't sure how long the Civil War had been going at this point. I wasn't sure if it had already happened. Babel isn't even up at this point. Yeah, I just didn't know how long the that Khaz'dal Civil War had been going. I thought it'd been going on for like a good few decades, but maybe not. I can see the royal court change through him. The Sarkaz are heading towards a new stage. I can feel it. Ah, that's a bit unfortunate. Kalt'tsit. Pheresis frequently pulls all-nighters at the Commission, and their policies are going off track due to outside pressure. He started to not listen to whatever I say. Oh, this is a build-up. A lot of us are worried. They are worried that once the other countries notice Khaz'dal's reunification, they will immediately wipe us off the map. Again. Kalt'tsit. I know that you set your sights on the world at large, but I'm also hoping you would come back, which I suppose she does. We must prepare ourselves to take on the challenges we face in the future. I need you to help me accomplish this. Aside from that, Rim Billiton's engineering department has something new to share. We discovered a set of ruins that match your description. There are only bits and pieces. Ah, this is Babel, Rhode Island. And the project has reached a bottleneck as the result. The team may need more time to uncover everything. That said, Kalt'tsit, does the name Rhode Island mean anything to you? There it is. Oh, that's right. Rhode Island was the name of it. Before... That's right. So, Babel was the name they gave, but Rhode Island was the name it always had. If I remember correctly, yeah. So, Rim Billiton found the ruin? It sounded like... Oh, I may have misinterpreted it. I assumed that Teresa and her lot found the ruin, but Rim Billiton are bringing their expertise. Oh, never mind. It was the other way around. The ruins were found in Rim Billiton. Okay, interesting. I'm surprised Teresa got her hands on it then. Because surely Rim Billiton wouldn't like Kasdil. So soon. Okay, so you do know of it. Interesting. So, she knew of Rhode Island before it was built. It was dug up, which means she has to be at least around long enough to have known the people who originally operated it. However long ago that was. Where will you go? She knew of the landship before it was found. Sussy, isn't she? Yeah, that's the thing. I'm assuming the fact that she said so soon, so she obviously knows of it, and this is before she went there to work in it, so she knew of it before they found it. Which means she knew, or, well, I'm assuming it means she was there when the people who originally operated it. But the fact that she's saying so soon means that she doesn't like the fact that they found it. It's too soon, I'm guessing. She didn't want whatever that part of the past was to resurface, either at all or, well, so soon, as she said. Which makes me wonder when this was. And also remember Inez in Arknights said she sees a giant skeleton shadow when she saw the landship. Oh yeah! But yeah, so I'm assuming there's something important about the people who originally operated it. That would be interesting. Ursus. Chernobog. That is like the single worst place to bring someone. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway because they separated, so it didn't matter. Alright, it's pretty much that whale frame. Yeah. Do bear in mind this is a land ship. It's a massive structure buried completely underground. Yeah, that is pretty much... that is a pretty... Well, that means two things. For starters, that is absolutely fucking impressive that they were able to dig it all out, restructure it, re-engineer it, and make it operable. And secondly, it just goes to show how long it's been there. For things that big to be buried, I mean, bear in mind, after 3,000, 6,000, however many years, how many thousands of years, the pyramids weren't particularly buried. And we're talking about something that would have been bigger than the pyramids. Like, how much time would have been needed for it to be buried, unless it had been deliberately buried. But otherwise, it, you know, that's a long amount of time for something to be buried. Just goes to show how good Closure is, at engineering. Yeah. Haven't heard of that place before. What are you doing there? Oh. Why don't you come to Sammy with me? Oh, okay, this is going back and forth now. No, I will take Ludmilla to Siracusa. I will also stop by Victoria on my way. Isn't this your wish? I want you to live, Kalt'tsit. Or to put it, a aircraft carrier. Oh, it's bigger than an aircraft carrier, though. The dimensions of Rhode Island would make it the size of 4 Gerald R. Ford nuclear aircraft carriers. You know, in a stack of 2 by 2. That would be the size of Rhode Island. So it's actually a pretty big thing, 4 of them combined. Yeah, so 4 Gerald R. Ford aircraft carriers stacked up, so basically stacked on top of each other, so it's not only long, it's quite tall. That is basically the size, based on the scale model they gave. Yes, so based on the scale model, we're Arknights community was able to determine how big the landship is, and then I looked up an aircraft carrier because I figured, oh, that must be the same size as an aircraft carrier. I looked up the biggest aircraft carrier in history, which is the Gerald R. Ford, and then I calculated. I realized it was smaller. I had to divide it, and found out that, oh, it's 4 aircraft carriers in terms of size, or in terms of displacement. I can't quite remember. So they're big. Like, the land ships are massive, and I don't know if the warships are that big. If they are, God help anyone. Kalt'tsit? Heidi, you and your father will continue our work in Victoria. Oh, so maybe we will see her in Chapter 9 or in the future. Our only objective is to prevent the cities that boast their honour and glory from falling to the Duke's unrest. Landship is big, but then there are nomadic cities which are bigger. Oh, true, but I expect the nomadic cities to be bigger. I suppose that's probably because of the fact that it's a city, but still, it's just thinking about how big just the actual, like, ships are, not the city plates, just the ships alone. And bear in mind, people talk about aircraft carriers being the size of small cities, which they are technically if you talk about population sizes. A single aircraft carrier, especially like the Gerald R. Ford, is a city. It's a floating city, that's what they call them. And you've got 4 of them in terms of size. Obviously, you've got quite a lot of empty space in Rhode Island. You'll have a lot of factories and stuff like that, which will probably reduce the amount of population you could have in there. But even if you had like 1 carrier size of empty space for that designated work, you would still have 3 carriers worth of people. Like, it's a big ship. It's a lot of people, I'd imagine, unless they've got some pretty good advanced technology that allows them to have less crew required. And RI is light. Yeah, I struggle to imagine that, it being called a light cruiser. Like, is it actually a light cruiser? Or is it a light cruiser in the same way that the governments before World War II used to call their ships like light cruisers by saying, oh, it's actually very heavily armoured, but we don't have as many guns, so it's technically a light cruiser. Or it doesn't have as much armour, it's got loads of guns, so it's technically breaking the rules, but it's a light cruiser because it has less armour, like, you know, those sorts of things. Or it's not an aircraft carrier, it's an aircraft carrying cruiser. Like, is it a light cruiser, or is it a quote-unquote light cruiser? So that's something that's interesting that might be worth looking into. Anyway, our objective... oh yeah, I've read a bit. Dame Kalt'tsit, are you leaving? I have to leave sooner or later, Heidi. Try not to make the Count suspicious. Let's head back to the party. Dear God, what happened? Are you injured so? How are you injured so? I missed the how and I thought he was literally just asking the battered woman if she was injured. Get a doctor, hurry. Uncle Richard. I saw something just now. There were two fierce beasts. What was that? Were you attacked by the beasts? Oh my. I heard of that the catastrophes a few years ago infected some of those fierce wild beasts. Oh, I'm okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's just some simple flesh wounds. don't go Black Knight on me here. Tis but a flesh wound. A flesh wound? Your arm is off. Props to Stream Elements only needing 3 hours to come online. Well, the worst thing is, it was online earlier. I don't know why it went offline. The Black Knight will always triumph, yes. Heidi has already tended to my injuries. Are you sure you can stand? I'm not sure I would have called it simple. How could something like this happen? At one of my dinner parties. Those useless guards. Please, lie down and get some rest. Someone, head to the garden at once. I want to know what happened here. No, Count Vincent, please let me go. I know my swordsmanship. Richard, you are my guest, but very well. Oh, that didn't take much convincing. Imagine if Richard was just like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to say it anyway just to make it, just to make myself sound good. Surely he won't say yes. And it's just like, wait, what? I sent the fan information on text channel in case you want to watch it. Oh, okay, yeah. I might watch it the next time I stream, just because I know there's going to be a cutscene after this. So I'll have to have a look and see. But this time... Oh, this is just the time for us to rely on your gallantry. Come, Lady Kalt'tsit, my personal physician will tend to your injuries. He will be here soon. It's only around 5 minutes. Okay, I'll see you then. My apologies, Count Vincent. I did not mean to disrupt your party. No, my lady. I am responsible for this mistake. I allowed an assassin to waltz right into my manor. Oh, so you are okay knowing. Please, don't look too much into this affair. Oh, right. I understand. Though, I am surprised you don't seem at all shaken by this. Could you at least tell me who it was? I can't well sit here when these villains... Very well. If this assassin managed to deceive all those present here today, then indeed it isn't a matter for a mere noble to pry into. Oh, okay, maybe you don't actually know then, okay. So it's only your brother that knows, or will know. Lady Kalt'tsit, please promise me this. Go ahead. Please, keep Thompson safe from these schemes. He is my dearest friend. Oh, wait. No, brothers, aren't they? Yeah, they are brothers. Because uncle. I don't know. He is no major player. He can't protect the entire country. But he can protect our own little Victoria. He can do what the nobles cannot, what we nobles. Therefore, all I can do is let him do what he must. Brother can be your friend too. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't misread it before. He could be his sister's husband? Maybe. You don't need to know the details of our plan, yet you harbour everyone nonetheless. I thank you for that. Do I need to know? All I have to do is play my role well. a fat, foul beast awaiting his slaughter. But this is how he has always been, ever since we were in school. Just imagining these two in, like, what would basically be Victoria's Eton College. Lady Kalt'tsit. Actually, would Eton College be like that military school that Bagpipe and all the other officers go to? Please, accept my gratitude. Oh no, actually no, that would be more like the Imperial War College. Ignore me. You don't need to thank me when I have been deceiving you all along. As long as my family and the masses get to live another peaceful day, let the whole world ridicule my foolishness. Sandhurst is what you're looking for. Research time. Both you and I know it is in our hearts. Ah, right, yeah, RMA Sandhurst. Royal Military Academy. Why did I think it was called Imperial... Why did I think it was called Imperial Military College? What am I thinking there? Or Imperial War College or something? Am I thinking of something random? Imperial... Oh, Imperial War Museum. Okay, Royal Military Academy and Imperial War Museum came together to make Imperial War College in my mind. That's right, okay. Look, they've all got some very big and frivolous names. It's hard to keep up. And I haven't lived in UK for ages. Are you leaving so soon? You are still injured. Oh, these are just flesh wounds, unfortunately. 'Tis but a scratch. Count Vincent, about the damage those two beasts have done. Right, I understand. Kalt'tsit, looks like I should leave the farewells to the youngsters. I'm fairly certain only one of the three of you are young. Well, that's unfair. I mean, you look like you're in your 30s and 40s. You're not that old. Fun fact, the Imperial War Museum has more things from Britain in it than the British Museum. Well, yeah, because the British Museum has all of the expedition stuff. Which makes sense. The British Museum was set up to basically have the things that they either took or dug up and then not gave to the country, or flat out bought, because let's bear in mind, they did buy quite a lot of that stuff as well. It's just that some of the governments that they bought the stuff from don't exist anymore. But yeah, so it's basically stuff that they bought or stole. But that's the purpose of it. It is basically what it is. But the Imperial War Museum also has a lot of... No, never mind. I'm thinking of the Bovington Tank Museum. I've done it again. I've confused another museum. They have a lot... The Bovington Tank Museum have a lot of stuff from other parts of the world. They have a lot of different tanks. Yeah, the musket is a good tool for contract negotiations. Oh no, a lot of the big expeditions were bought and paid for. That's kind of what I mean when I say buy, because they don't buy the items that they took. They bought the permission to dig up the areas and then took the stuff that they got from it. So it's that annoying grey area. And it's the reason why the British Museum still has that stuff. It's difficult to pressure them out of it because they can always say that, well, legally we had the permission to dig here and stuff like that. And it's a lot of bullshit that I can't really get into because I myself don't know the whole story. It's also worth mentioning that some of the governments that they were paying to dig in these places were British governments. You know, they were not colonies because these were annexed areas, but you know, and these were places that were well, like Egypt was part of the Ottoman Empire and then taken by Britain after the war. I think, if I've got that correct, I may have that wrong. I do sincerely apologize if I got that wrong. I feel like it was that way, but either way, they took it from someone, and so it's kind of like the whole patting yourself on the back, or that meme of Obama giving Obama a medal. Like, so, you know, it's all dodgy shit. It's just that it's annoyingly got a lot of the legal background behind it. But, you know, again, I can't talk too much on the topic because I don't want to say if it's something that I might not necessarily have correct, because I don't know a lot of it. I only know some of it. But anyway, I will head back now. Everyone was shaken by the presence of the beasts. Please, take... oh, sorry, that's still him. Please, take care, Cleric Kalt'tsit. I've gone on a tangent again, didn't I? I'm sorry. I seem to do that a lot. The Count is right. The weight of the future is for the young generation to bear, whether they are ready for it or not. Mood. Is Uncle Vincent actually... The Victoria he protects may just be a remote corner of the countryside, but there is not an ounce of falsity to the peace he upholds. I do also like this. I like how, from what it seems like, Victoria is quite big and obviously got all of its different areas. And while people only really think of like their own little area, it is still like their home, and there's always that big sort of like, you know, want to make sure everything is nice and peaceful and all that. You see it a lot in the songs as well, like, you know, with Salich's song and stuff like that. I have a feeling the number of tangents will increase in the next arc. Well, yeah. It depends on how much of British history Victoria is based on. But it is more within my realm of expertise compared to, say, Ursus Russia. Protecting your home. This is the truth that generations after generations of Victorian have worshipped. I said it before with the songs, with the way they talk about Victoria in the songs. It's always love of country as opposed to love of government and stuff like that. Especially with March On, with how much that song made me feel patriotic to a country that doesn't even exist. Yeah, March On is a very good patriotic song, but like patriotic in a government, military, that sort of way. Like it's about Victoria as a concept, Victoria as a nation. And then you've got Salich's song, which is more Victoria as a country, as its people, as its home. And I like that sort of duality that they have. I think they do it really well. And that's just 2 songs, let alone the story. Your father is trying his best, but winter is here. And soon the ice zombies will be coming, or whatever they were called. Are you ready? Will you be ready? Yes. You will be ready, and you get a new get-up as well. Now, go ask your father. He knows how to find me. The tangent will turn into an orbit. It probably will. I'll probably get through like 1 stage per stream. Not because of the length of cutscenes or the difficulty of the stages, but because of me just constantly talking about everything. It just occurred to me we don't have an American county, do we? If you mean American country, then there's obviously Columbia. If you mean a county, then no, because what would have been the American county had been turned into Columbia. It's independent now. Yeah, if you mean county, then yeah, it would have been Columbia before it changed, before it became independent. The pacing in the next arc got better for Karma to insert more tangents. Oh god. Oops, country. Oh, and then in terms of country, yeah, you have got America. It's Colombia. Colombia is the American influence. Bolivar being the South American influence. And so on and so forth. Yeah, perhaps we will one day meet each other again somewhere. Yes! Chapter... something.
We may have achieved a perfect
Yay!
victory.
Oh, we did actually get the 3-star. I forgot we got 3-star. I actually forgot that we got the 3-star because the bleeding was the time before it. Right. Nice. Oh god, it's a cutscene. Karma Smort. I wouldn't go that far. I would not go that far. 3-star equals 3 tries. Yeah. 1 star for every try. It's like a participation medal. By the way, the next event stage after Tribai rather, is going to be Guide Ahead rerun. Oh! Oh! Guide Ahead, which one's that one? That one rang a bell. That was something I really wanted to look at. Important cutscene. Oh, okay, interesting. You'll have a chance to read it. Also, you asked that the main theme of Walk in the Dust is familiar. It's because it sounds like Immutable. Oh, maybe. But I'm still thinking... No, there is still another thing, though, like from another game. But I'm not sure. That's around our first event. Oh, yes! Now I remember why I wanted to play it so much. Yes! Oh, nice! Okay, that is good. That is good. That's going to give me... Okay, so I'm probably not going to pull for anyone on the banner for this current event. But I will definitely save up for the next one. You should listen to them side by side. I might do. I might do that in a bit. Well, not this bit, but I'll probably do it later. Okay. He had never felt so strongly about the journey he took in his younger years. Until today, he suddenly felt dazed. Though he hated the desert, he never thought about where he could go. You want to roll for the Angry Bird? Oh, absolutely. Especially now that we've got the theme. Ain't Enforcer the free unit for that event? Is he? Ooh. If he is. If he is, I'm immediately... Story be damned, I'm playing just to get him. Hey, come check this out. We got ourselves a new lackey. You, stop lazing around. Go. He's also getting a skin. Ooh. I'm the new craftsman apprentice. My name's Alright, enough talk. Get moving. Hey, you lot. Use him however you want. Don't say that. Be more specific. He's apparently one of those bookworm types from Colombia. Even younger than your kids. No, I'm not liking this at all now. Just treat him like those slaves that got sold to us. As long as it doesn't kill him. It's not like he's got a guardian angel watching his back. Sorry. We'll work you to the bone, kid. Alright. Listen, look. Oh, what a surprise. Did you weld this together with the steel you stole? What a magnificent piece. Well, hang on. I just realised. This is Palpatine, isn't it? Surely. Surely it's not coincidence. I mean, we've been joking about it, but this isn't a coincidence, is it? Kalt'tsit literally left him with Vision. Yeah, but I'm just thinking about this now. Isn't basically just what Palpatine did as well, like with all of the, you know, praise and the, oh, you're amazing, you do all this and all that sort of stuff. It's like you're exaggerating. It doesn't matter how pretty it is. It's just consumables. Why? Because Passenger's arts is lightning too? Is it? Ooh. But you must rest. Your broken arm has only just healed. And don't worry. Do you know where we can get some refined Originium? Well, there is nothing that gold cannot buy in the Reef Steep black market. Let's see how this turns out then. Exactly. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from Kalt'tsit. The Black Scorpion is dead. We've done well, haven't we? God damn, still alive. Old Isin heard from the fence today. The Sand Soldier is the next ruler of Reef Steep. I just noticed the shard in his forehead. Yeah. So I'm guessing that was the point of infection. When he threw the thing down, some of it must have forced it into his forehead. Do you think you are, Elliot? And do you wish me to be, Isin? Makes sense why you got the headache. Yeah. I'm not one to forget the kindness others have shown me. If it wasn't for you, I would not have survived these past 2 decades. Now you need old Ishin no more. No, hardly. We have a special relationship after all. Well, that's exactly what Palpatine said. But if you wanted to complain, perhaps you should complain to that lady who cloaked herself in all those mysteries. Kalt'tsit. You still remember her name? You've gotten less and less clear-headed over the years. I thought you'd forgotten that, among many other things. Have you looked for her? Yes, I have, but my attempts have been futile. Not even my most elite intelligence agents could find any information about her in Columbia. Besides, the PMC disbanded not too long after that. The laboratory was taken over by the military, and all of their data was destroyed. I could not find even a single participant. Columbia hid them well. The Yabuti Lord Emir will pass through Redhorn this week. Oh, fate can be a fickle mistress sometimes. I wonder if Passenger is talking about the Rosmontis lab. Wasn't Rosmontis' lab owned by a company though, not a military? This is an excellent opportunity. Old Isin, are you asleep? Old Isin had a dream. Another one of your dreams? It was still the same dream as always. The Kashig's footsteps were across the tundra and the grasslands, at last reaching the land of golden sands. But this time, the dream was different, a little different. It was a scenery that the Padisha never recounted to old Isin. There was someone there. She looked like Kalt'tsit in another form. She was there. When the Kashig's conquest shattered that bygone era, all those thousands of years ago, she was there. Okay, so we know that Kalt'tsit is at least BCE level of old. So she is before the 1,000 years of current events. Assuming the dream is to be believed and not just a figurative thing. But I'm willing to believe it. I'm willing to believe she was there. Also, could you imagine a Knights Moran, like, Kashyyyk, Carnate sort of Kalt'tsit? Like her in that sort of attire. That would be an interesting time period to go back to. Dreams can't explain much, and there are no arts that allow us to glimpse into our fate across time. You said so yourself. Her in Tola armor? Yeah, something like that. Or whatever the people of that era would have worn. Of that sort of theme. Yes, this is merely a dream that old Ithin had. A meaningless dream. Lady Kalt'tsit could not have had anything to do with them. But it does not. But it does make old Ithin wonder if there is meaning to this dream. At the very end, old Ithin saw the Padisha. Oh? And what did your master tell you this time, old faithful? In my dream, he told old Ithin where Sargon is. You were planning to ambush the Lord Emir's squadron. Kalt'tsit explains the whole lore of Kargan Quest to Tola. Ma'am, I just want to be a cool warrior. Yes. So you mean to tell me that you, a formal faithful aide to the Sargon noble, will stop me from disrespecting a Lord Emir so? Disrespect? They are rotten and incompetent. They only know to bootlessly harm their kin and drag innocent Sargonians into war. They stand on reef-steeped land, doing their dirty work. Why would old Ithin feel respect for men like them? Old Ithin wants them to pay the price. Old Ithin wants the glory of Sargon's past to be restored, and not by these good-for-nothing clowns. Old Ithin wants the Sith Empire to come back. Old Ithin... Right. Old Ithin must seek the City of Golden Sands. I don't see you get excited this excited often. Please, calm down. It's time. Go, my child. Light a fire and complete your revenge. Go and storm the temple. Until the time comes when the winds finally calm and the eternal city rises from the sandstorm, old Ithin will wait, and old Ithin will reach that place. Palpatine, definitely. It definitely feels like Palpatine. Like, I partly wonder if that was the point. I wonder if Hypergriff did make Ithin look like that because it was so clearly Palpatine reference. I don't know. Like, a part of me knows how much they do those references, and it could be, but then a part of me thinks, no, Karma, you're reading too much into this. This is the place. Very well. Be sure to knock first. Don't get any funny ideas. The elite operators here are no pushovers. Now go. Good, good. Let the originium flow through you. You want the first to do this? Oh, okay, good. I mean, I wouldn't expect so. I'm assuming it's a meme that he looks like Palpatine. Because he does. He looks like any of the imagery you have of him. Anyway. He looks at me, and I look at him. Looks like that coin... Looks like that gold coin made it to you. How is Audition? He's lost to the Golden Sands. It happened one moon night 3 years ago. Time can put to rest even a Savra like him. Or Savra, not Savra. I almost thought him to be one of the ancient, elder beings in folktales and conspiracy theories. Time has warped me so much, transforming me into a man my past self would have hated. And you, Kalt'tsit? It looks like nothing about you has changed. Are you still the Sand Soldier? I already said this when I came on board. That's all in the past. I have a new name now. Elliot, woman, how have you not changed in 22 years? I moisturize. Sorry. You can fool yourself, but you can't fool me. Perhaps. You've always thought everything you said was absolute, and unfortunately for me, you were quite often right. You've always had a good memory, Elliot. Don't call me by that name. Don't we have these code names exactly for this purpose? To shroud our secrets? Hey! Frolic. Frolinik, rather. Frolinik. There is no R there. I'll get there eventually. Dr. Kalt'tsit. Oh, my apologies. Do you have a visitor? No matter. Please, as you were. Okay. A messenger from the field office in Victoria has sent us a package. It's pretty strange too. It's not addressed to Rhode Island, but you personally. Logistics has already scanned the package. There's an information storage device inside. The original harm assist. It does look like she's got, it almost looks like scabbards. The sender's name is Hazy Thompson. Do you know her? Indeed we do. This is just some intel I needed. Leave it there. Okay, that is all. I like how they back out, like, because obviously they don't have different poses. They only do different facial expressions. So I like how the way they pull the characters off the side makes it look like they're walking backwards, or like they're moonwalking out. They're like sliding out of the area, or getting pulled by like those stage hooks. A new conspiracy, I presume? Watch your mouth. You may not officially be an operator here yet, but you signed a contract. Exactly what I expected our operations advisor to say. Kalt'tsit, you point old Isin to a new direction, and for that, he was forever grateful, up until the moment he set out on his journey again. Poison launches. Oh, okay. By the way, next Ark's PNG movements have improved so well. Ooh, okay. I remember seeing Syracuse where they added in a lot of like effects, which I quite liked. Makes me think of that comical thing where they pulled that cane with the cook. Yeah, that's Hypergriff. Graphic design is our passion. PowerPoint slides falling out of the screen. Anyway. Yeah, I saw that bit. I cannot begin to imagine the glory you two shared. But now that my business in Sargon has been taken care of, there is nothing that binds me to this world anymore. I know, okay, so I kind of get the feeling that he's done more than just burn a village, an empty village. Like, why do I get the feeling he's done more than that? Like, surely... Okay, so he's killed the people involved, or done something like that. I feel like he's done far worse. I don't know why. I feel like he's done a lot worse. I feel like he's sort of brushing over this, and I don't know if they know or if they don't know, but... I cannot begin... Okay, yeah, I saw that bit. I suppose you will point me in a new direction as well? Before that, let me introduce you to someone. Here I thought you would keep me close to you. Did you get me a partner? Selling things on the black market is illegal too, no? Well, okay, yeah, that part, but I don't... That's not quite what I'm thinking of in terms of bad stuff. I feel like I don't know. Why do I just get the feeling he's like raised cities to the ground, like more than just random. No, your commanding officer. A Rhode Island commander? You... Oh, there is someone whom you trust so deeply here. I look forward to meeting this person then. Kalt'tsit. You wandered the world for so long. How long will you stay here this time? You have no right to ask. Very well, of course. You needn't answer if you don't want to, as you are now my superior. But if this is yet another false identity, and this place where you belong is yet again false, then I'm afraid it will hardly be meaningful for me to serve this place. How am I to tell you are not using me yet again? You have the right to be suspicious. I need only a little assurance. Will this Kalt'tsit, who invited me here, disappear all of a sudden in a few days, a few months, or perhaps a few years? Will she again set off on a journey to take care of some business that a bystander could never come to understand, to drift the world for her own purpose? Will you? If a simple answer can affect your loyalty to Rhode Island, then perhaps I must reevaluate this working relationship of ours. I only need an answer. An answer should not be hard for you. I'll even accept a lie. If it is answers that you want, I have thousands of them. Then please, pick any one of them. He's actually making it difficult for her. I don't think I've seen Kalt'tsit struggle that much with... She normally dances around a question and that's it. Or maybe we're just too much of a pushover. Oh, come on, you can't do the Kalt'tsit thing of just not telling me. I want to know. Okay. Fuck's sake. Doctor, here you are. Good morning? Closure has finished resupplying, but there seems to be an emergency there that needs your attention. Amia is heading there already. Don't keep her waiting. She has been working very hard, and you should be at her side when she needs you the most. Of course, that goes for you as well. Don't push yourself too hard. Okay, I thought she was talking to someone else for a moment. Rhode Island needs you. I forgot we exist in this story too. Thanks? I have an unexpected consultation to attend to in a moment, so I will leave it to you and Amia to wrap things up. She is a lot more moody now. I've realised going through this event with all the different versions of her, she has a resting bitch face that she did not have in her past. I guess whatever happened during the Arknights times and afterwards has certainly done a number. If things go well, perhaps we will get to announce to the whole ship before sundown. Time to set sail. Is that it? Oh, blimey. I was expecting a very long... Wait, there's a new... Wait. There's something else? No, there isn't. What do you mean there's a new intermezzi? There wasn't a new intermezzi. Oh, was that the EXs? Oh, okay. I was just... It said new intermezzi unlocked. I took that to mean a new intermezzi. Because the way it worded it sounded like there was a new event. I was like, oh god, you actually unlocked stuff. I thought that was all of them. Because her past experiences, all the other people were just acquaintances, but in Arknights she lost one. Yeah. We finished before midnight. Yes, we have. Or at least we have my time.
Ciao, Doctor.
Do I not have any missions? Oh, I've done them all. Okay. Oh. Well, that was honestly a really good... That was a really good event. Oh, I really like that. Now we're ready for Chapter 9. Oh my god, we're now ready for Chapter 9. We're now ready for Chapter 9. Oh. Oh, this has been a long time coming. It has been, like, when did I first start playing this game? It was January, and it is now August. Basically 7 to 8 months. So, oh. She also gained new friends and family too, with Amio Doctor following her. Yeah. Now, Karma, real question. Has this event changed your mind on Smash or Pass for Kalt'tsit? She still terrifies me. I'm not entirely sure why you'd think that would change. I find her very intimidating. I'm fairly certain she would kill me.
Tight. Enjoy your sweet dreams while you still can.
Thank you, thank you, Kalt'tsit. Thank you, Lapland. Oh god, never mind Kalt'tsit. Lapland will kill me for getting her name wrong. But anyway, yeah, so... And it makes it hotter. I will admit, that suit... It was certainly a suit. Speaking of suits, actually, I kind of want to see it. I think the outfit store finished. Yeah, it did. I'm not too interested in the in that one, unfortunately. I'm gonna save up my stuff. But yeah, I'm surprised we've actually gone through it. Plus the things you read of Kalt'tsit's module lore. Yeah. Yeah, that also gave a good... I'm glad I read that first before playing Walk in the Dust. Because that actually did give me some insight into Walk in the Dust. About how she travels and everything. But yeah, that has honestly been one of my favorite events. I know I say that every time, but they just do such good writing. Like, it's difficult for me to say what's my favorite, because I always just... I play something and go, oh, that's my favorite event. I play another thing. Oh, that was my favorite story. I play another thing. Oh, that was my favorite. Like, but it was really good. I think it also gave us a really good insight into how the world works, how the politics work. And so many references to things. For Lone Trail, it's going to be difficult. Ooh. Every event is great in different ways. That is absolutely true. And I'd say that is sort of like the thing that that I find so amazing about this game and how they write, is the fact that they somehow managed to make every single event good. And it's just... How do they do this? Like, I'm sure they've got like an army of writers and stuff, and they do like a really good job getting everything put together and such, but it still amazes me how they just do that. But yeah, it's just still... It is honestly just a really, really good story.
Sleep tight. Enjoy your sweet dreams while you still can.
Thank you, Lapland. This also reminds me of a song, and I can't quite think of it. I think I'm thinking of two different songs. But anyway, I'll probably end up explaining it in Discord because I'm going to need to look up the names. But anyway, I think that's it for now. I think I'm going to leave that here. And what am I going to do? Oh, I know. I need to do the thing that I always do. So for those of you who are new here, or who have been here for a while but haven't done it yet, I highly recommend. I've got a Discord, if it will load it up. There it is. From there, you can just catch up with all of the stuff that I do and things like that, and talk to what is honestly an amazing community. I really love everyone that's on the Discord. Hope you get your randoms back. Norcon, Altar. Oh yeah, the altars. Oh yeah, I might have to do something about that. But yeah, also, just a slight update in terms of channel. We are at... What are we at? 966 subscribers. We are 34 subscribers away from getting partner. That is all we need, and it is absolutely amazing. So just thank you guys so much for all the love and support. It's been absolutely great. I do hope that I can get to partner within the next like week or two, just because I kind of hope that I can get the I kind of hope that I can do like a celebratory stream before I go back to work. But
Enjoy your sweet dreams while you still can.
thank you, Lapland. But yeah, so but still, like honestly, it's absolutely been amazing. It's been a real wild ride the past half year. So yeah, here's hoping Christmas. Exactly. But yeah, but until then, no, thank you guys so much for hanging around, and I shall see you all next time. Bye bye.